All right, hello and welcome you all. We are very excited to be here as every Sunday. We are the Rollers of Fate, and today we will play our modified version of Curse's Strahd Dining in Barovia.
Modo Barovia.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Barovia. Goodbye, Barovia.
No. Yeah, I guess with a D8 inspiration, you'll have more than enough today, I believe. But yeah, so they mark that off, so you can mark that in actually, not off. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, like always, for being here. But I am Cisco Blanco, your Tail Weaver and Chaos Coordinator and Game Master, and I will be playing all the NPCs. But I'm not the important one. We have a few missing players that will be joining us shortly. Julia, who is playing Saphira, the Circle of the Moon Druid Wood Elf. We also have Neil, who will also join shortly. He's a Grave Domain Cleric. He plays Lilith. And her imp psychic, Claudia, who became a Celestial Holyphant recently, but he used to be an imp. But with those say, please, Thomas, why don't you introduce your character and yourself, please?
Oh dear. Hi everyone, I'm Tom. I'm playing Sway Silverspeed, and I'm a changeling by nature and Phantom Rogue by trade. Yeah, did I say it right? I guess so.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I think
Maybe
I shouldn't be even talking. I think I'm down as a Sway. I remember.
not
But anyway,
anymore, but
I'm not anymore.
please, whoever wants to pass it on, please
And I'm
take it away.
gonna pass it to Martin.
Oh, hello. I'm the king. No, sorry, I'm Real. Martin playing Real. Um, I'm a Vidalking, now reborn chronology wizard. And I will pass it on to Barrett.
Hey everyone, I'm Baz. I'm playing Godric Turtle, and I need to pull out my eye.
Yeah,
And I'll
who has
pass
a
it on.
tap? Who
Pass
has
it
a
on.
tap in his eye? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll pass it on to Mo.
Thanks, Baz. Hi, my name is Mo. I play Cabal the Bloodhunter Goliath. And pretty much want to see where we go from here. I thought we were going to die last session, but we're not, and we're still standing. Shame, GM.
No,
So, yeah.
the
And
king.
still
The king saved
standing.
you, obviously.
We didn't need
Yeah,
you.
actually, yeah.
We had it, all
Thanks to the
right?
king. Yeah, if Martin hadn't come, you would have died. I think. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, where was he
The guy
anyway?
had already died. So how can we?
No.
There were only gods left. They were a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh, eh.
Well. Anyway, that was very well done. Very good fight, though. Maybe more, if you don't mind, take it on for announcements for us, and then we'll I'll do a little
Yeah.
recap and all that.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, if you're new to the stream and haven't watched any of our previous episodes before, you can catch them all on our YouTube channel at Rollers of Fate D&D. This includes our this campaign, the Dining in Barovia, the Tuesday campaign, Candlekeep Mystery, and the Wednesday Eye of Observation campaign, and any of our one-shots that we've also done. So please go there, follow, subscribe, let your friends and family know where to find us. You can also send us any messages or fan art or anything like that to rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. And we have a X. What is it? Account? X account? Is that what we're calling it
Yeah,
now?
X,
Yeah.
yeah. X
Brackets
Twitter,
Twitter.
we said, no? Like X
Yeah,
Twitter,
well,
just to
Twitter,
clarify.
whatever, called at Fake D&D, where we put our up-to-date news and other D&D related news too. Finally, content warning as always. Game can be kind of gory and can be scenes that you may not feel comfortable with. So please just kind of go away and come back, and hopefully we'll probably be moved on by then. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Joey, whose birthday's on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, happy
happy
birthday,
birthday,
Joey! In advance, yeah.
Have a good one. That's it. Back to you, Cisco.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you very much, Mo, and thank you to my amazing players for introducing yourselves. And And thanks to for playing with me tonight. Also, thanks to you, to all of you who watch our stream every Sunday. Please, like Mo said, help us to spread the word of us. Lots of our viewers have learned it from other viewers who also were told by someone else. So that's the best way to support our stream. However, now please make yourselves comfortable, settle in, relax, get a nice blanket or a fan on, whatever in the world you are. And now let's find out where the golden star of doom shines upon today. So we are on the Worship Revolution. That will be episode name 3 of 5, I think, at this point, very likely. And we still have is episode 110 from our streams and 139 in total. I have a red rhyme for you, as always. Many links attached to one chain, each providing for the eldest brain. A wounded ancient dragon and the opalescent amplifier joined their mind, all their supreme and astral knowledge from beyond was then combined. Previously, the outsiders were trapped within the mist borders of Barovia until they ended Strahd von Zarovich and captured his soul in a relic from the past. Afterwards, alongside Van Richten, our heroes traveled to Darkon, where they stopped the zombie destruction brought by a natural golden star connected to Azalin Rex that appeared in a few domains of dread and the world of Aura, and was later banished by consecrating Vegna's unholy chapel with Strahd's blood, and defeating their former friend Exethander and the parasite within him. Following goodbyes, celebrations, and a business deal, the group returned to Faerun, hoping to eradicate the golden star that has also manifested in the world of Toriel. In the woods, the party felt a strong alien presence, vanquished a gigantic serpentine abomination, and saved a family of werewolves that later guided them towards the nearby town of Daggerford. Conversing along the way about the new Karsos, also known as the Miracle Binga, the Ultimate, and that he is the only and one permitted deity, and the Obsidian Holy Force, which ensures that all citizens on the settlement follow the Ultimate's way to obtain inner peace and eventually salvation. After a tense conversation in Daggerford's entry gates, the outsiders learn that Randall Starson, their former ally, now commands the Holy Forces, and after a brief walk around the town, they were interrogated by a high priest and more guards demanding submission and conversion. The awkward situation soon turned into a fight, as words of truth were expressed, but they were considered heresy. And a banshee whale bomb was dropped by the priest, obscuring the area and incapacitating some of the group members. Hidden within the green smoke, the Illithid priest remained disguised in human form, yet eventually, he was a very bad priest, he was new at this, eventually he inserted that tadpole into Bloodwig's eye. And after a hard battle, the Obsidian Holy Force was defeated, but the outsiders' mighty power. And this is where our story continues tonight, as you guys find yourselves in a now completely silent high roads. All the doors and kind of like windows of the houses have been shattered, all the blinds, after the fight just ended. And on the silent, you Sway, and Saphira and Lilith, who are around you as well, but mainly you, Sway, as well. You notice that with your high senses, amidst all the blood pools, the Illithid headless body, and the obsidian cracked armor corpses, you hear a tiny sound, like a squishy kind of like almost like a noise. What do you do, Sway?
Well, I would like to kind of investigate where it's coming from.
All right,
Can
yeah,
I
make
pinpoint it?
yeah, I will say with your passive investigation, you can use that for now.
Okay.
You see that next to you, actually, there is a cracked opalescent glass sphere that seems to have been fallen from somewhere amidst battle. In there is some form of a living organism. You see like some kind of organ kind of surrounded in blood, and it seems to be smashed and cracked too. And that's pretty much next to you, between you, Lilith, and Saphira.
Is the you say is like an organ, like I imagine like it was like a heart or something beating, which was like in a glass or something.
Yeah, you imagine it.
Or is it like a creature? Like
imagine
creature
a glass sphere, kind of like a rainbow color, like it's kind of got this shine like opalescent. And inside it, there is some blood and a smash something that looks like some organ. You can make a medicine or nature check. If you point it out to the others, they can help you and do some other checks too, if you point it out to them.
So who is like close next to me?
So you have Real right next to you, as well as Bloodwick and Cabal, who are also there. Bloodwick seems to be in a little bit of shock as he heard a voice on his mind, but he hasn't said anything about that yet.
I'm just gonna kind of
as well.
wipe the blood of my face into my sleeve and kind of has like kind of feel damage. I'm just gonna grab Real by the sleeve and pull him. What is this? Is it another creature? Should I just step on it? Should I kill it? That's what I'm gonna ask Real.
Yeah, you're Real. You feel a sway kind of pulls your
kind of. I'm already lifting
garments.
my foot up and kind of, but still checking with. Because now you never know what can it be, you know.
Okay,
Like,
so if you wanna
do
sway, you can do a medicine or nature check. And Real, as you look at it, you notice the same thing. It seems to be a cracked globe, the size of a large ball, perhaps like a smaller than a football ball, but something of that size. And it's got some kind of creature organ blood inside.
So a handball. Balonmano, no?
Say it again.
A handball.
Yeah. Imagine like a ball, and inside it there was something. Yeah. And if you feel like a strong arcane magic coming from it, you could do an arcana check if you want, or if you want to figure out which magical aura that is.
I'll try.
Cabal, as you're hearing this conversation as well, you look at it, the same with you, Bloodwick, and you see, as I described, this unusual looking object between all the corpses and yourselves.
Does it look like it was actually? Was it like on a chain? Was the priest like carrying it on him, or was it just a loose ball? Actually, I'm just wondering.
As you kind of like say that, maybe if you want Cabal and Bloodwick, you can make an insight check or something like that. Both of you, if you want to, as Sway as this aloud, to figure out where it potentially came from. If you guys have for that, as you will be unsure.
What was it? What insight did you say?
Yeah, to try to figure out what that thing came from potentially.
I'm just wondering what I was saying. Like I'm trying to assess if it was hanging like on someone's like a necklace on the priest or something, or was it like a handheld kind of sphere object for whatever. Yeah.
So with all your checks, with your nature, let's go one by one. With your nature, Sway, you realize that it's a brain. It's some kind of brain of a tiny creature. You recognize it to potentially be a small creature, but you are actually unsure which creature this is. This is not a creature you've seen before. It's not an animal.
Did we not find some kind of brain before, actually? I'm just remembering something, no?
I'm
not actually sure.
Out of character, no.
No?
You haven't found any brain before. You found tadpoles and different things, but not. You found on the laboratory of Azaline Rex creatures without brain, but this one is actually a brain. But it's a tiny brain. Could be a child, but it's not a human. It's not a race you recognize. It's not a humanoid race. With your Arcana, real, you gather a very strong illusion and transmutation magical aura around it. You could gather that potentially he was potentially flying with a 17 or invisible with that same 17 as well. And you, Cabal, confirm that as you look at it, as you had experience on hunting and traps and animal traps and devices and things due to your hemocraft and your kind of like connection with objects and magical objects, you think for sure this was floating somewhere and it's fallen from the sky. That's why it's cracked like this, just based off where it is and how it's positioned. Bloodwick, as you heard that voice within your mind a second ago saying you are mine and all that. You remember for a second, and the same with all of you, you all remember that the werewolves family were mentioning that the Obsidian Holy Force hear everything, that they don't know how, but they can hear anything everyone says. So you could potentially think that perhaps this device is some kind of like a spine device of some sort.
Okay.
And you think that to yourself.
I drawn.
However, as you look around you, you see you are covered in a pool of blood full next to corpses. All these houses closed down. And you think that you are in a very dangerous situation right now. There is one of the guards escaped. So you start to think that if you should make a move, it's not safe for you to stay here.
Is that just for me or everyone?
I'm still waiting for Real's response to see if I should squash it or not. Like if it's worth to save it or not.
I think you should destroy it. They might be listening to us if this is what they use.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right. How would you like to squash it?
Do you think we could use it against them?
What?
Do you think we could use it against them?
Well, I'm doing like the crane position. I'm still waiting, like balancing on one foot, ready to step on it. But you guys.
Do you
keep
think we
talking,
can use it to hear what they are listening to?
I don't know, you have to like read these brain's thoughts, but I feel like
okay.
they only listen, they don't, I don't know. I think
All
there's a
right.
bigger thing reading these ones.
Perhaps it might be too dangerous to hold on to it for now. We'll find another if we need to. Destroy it.
I step back.
Yeah, you step back. What about you, Bloodwick and Cabal? Do you step back too?
Yeah.
All right. And Sway, how would you like to destroy it?
No, I was gonna step on it, but then I'm thinking already I'm kind of bloody, and then if I squash it, the brain is whatever is gonna be all over my shoes. So I'm just gonna take like a close by, maybe if the guard or something, they stay there. They had some shield or something. If I see, or like a piece of some kind of like a heavy piece of armor or something, and
Yeah,
just
they
grab
have broken armors around. You
Yes,
can take that.
I just grab a piece of like a shoulder armor or whatever and kind of smash it.
Okay, yeah. As you take this piece of armor and smash it, make an attack roll at advantage. This is a prompt creature, pretty much, at the moment. Improvised weapon, so just do dexterity plus proficiency, that's fine. So roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Check. Just click dexterity.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry about that.
Yeah. And we'll add your proficiencies plus 5, I believe, right? At the moment. Oh, wow. You
Plus
don't
6.
even need the...
So it's 23 plus
Yep. So as you take this, you easily smash it in a way, very dexterously, in a way that you don't actually get any brain pieces on yourself. And you hear like almost like a scream, but you hear it in your mind, almost like if you guys seen Baldur's Gate, is that the voice of the brain? I'm here. No. So you hear like a tiny, like a children's voice as you squash it. No. And then boom, you hear this kind of blast. And Bloodwick, you yourself hear in your mind, you fools. You are mine now. You cannot escape me. I need you to make a charisma saving throw, Bloodwick. Okay, you have inspiration. You will need a very high roll anyway, but if you want to use
I use my lucky.
yeah, and you have a D8 as well. This will help.
Yeah, I'll use my inspiration. Oh god.
Okay. Oh dear.
1d8.
All right. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. Don't bother. I was gonna say. But yeah. You feel for a second very calm, very relaxed, almost like you belong. A feeling that is quite new to you, like almost like when you were with your crew sailing in the sea, you know. And you know that. Oh, sorry. I'm getting a bit of feedback from someone. Sorry. 1 second. That you are, yeah, it's from you actually. I don't know why. You like it feels like you are part of a huge community. You feel a warm embrace, like a calm relaxation, and you are still 100% yourself, but you know you're not alone anymore. There is all these voices and minds all together with you, and you feel that you are part of this amazing new community that loves you and embraces you, whatever or would you do or whatever you've done in the past. All of that does not matter. And you look at your friends and you still feel their friendship, but it's not comparable to what you're feeling now. You know, they will never be able to fulfill you as much as these new friends that you just discover in your mind do. You know, there is nothing comparable to that.
Okay. Don't know what to do. I'm a bit sad. Headache. I'm getting annoyed that this person's talking to me.
What do you mean? You have a voice in your head?
Yeah, I tell the crew what happened with the that guy put a tadpole in my eye, and ever since then I can hear voices, and he just said, "You're all mine."
However, you can share that, but you actually feel like you are very happy with this. It's not a negative thing, even though it's the note you're giving is something bad. But for Bloodwick, he's really happy with this. You know, he's not upset that these voices are in his mind. He feels very comfortable, like a family, like he belongs to a family now, kind of thing. Neil, hello and welcome. You guys are still outside the place where you had the fight. Between the corpses, you found some kind of weird brain of a small creature inside this unusual glove that you just smash like a sphere. And now Bloodwick keeps hearing voices on his head and he's sharing it, but he feels very comfortable with them. And you are all there and you all start to think that it's dangerous. You are in the middle of a city. More guards will be coming soon, so you have to decide what to do now.
Let's get out of the streets. Let's find a place to hide. Let's go through that alley over there. Come.
Okay, perfect. Actually, I'll give you a little bit of visual just to see how the streets look like, actually, because I have a picture here. This is how Dagenfall looks like, so it will appear on the stream. If you can change it for us, please. It might be a bit big. Okay, it's kind of okay. Actually, it's kind of focused. Yeah, that's perfect. So you see this kind of like it's quite rural. Forget the people. There is no one on the streets. All the blinds are shuttered. All the doors are closed. But you feel like it's a city. you could either leave the city the same way you come and try to somehow fight the guards and come out, or jump in the wall. It's not that hard. You could do with a rope and actually come out of the city, or you could try to move to another location. You could hide between the alleys, but you are aware that there is devices potentially floating around. If there is one, there is more likely to be more that could probably hear what you can say, potentially see what you're doing as well. You
This way.
aren't sure of that.
Come. I'll go down an alley. I'll look for a boarded up home. And I'll go find, after we've moved around a few times, I'll knock on the door. Anyone in here?
Okay. All right, make a fate roll. This will determine the attitude of the person in the door you are knocking. If you're successful, it will be friendly. If you are unsuccessful, they will not. Okay, as you knock in the door, you hear a older woman voice. Hello, who goes there?
Hi.
I already had breakfast this morning.
It's okay. We are just looking for somewhere to stay, a place of a safe haven. We have money to give. Please let us in.
Oh, is that you, Charles? Oh, Charles. And you see she opens the door and you see a human lady. She's on her probably 80s, like late 80s. Slightly greasy, like all people in my world. Beautiful white hair, all tied up in a bun, very well kept. She's gracefully wrinkly, but you see her clothes are a little bit not matching. You know, like you see she's got like a jacket that is like for going out, and a jumper that is for staying in the house, and a skirt that is a little too long, and shoes that don't really match with everything. And she says, "Oh, Charles, finally! Oh, come here, my son!" And she kind of like reaches to give you a hug.
I'll grab just, does she look blind?
He looks, make an insight check, actually. All of you can, if you want.
Damn.
Oh, damn, Lilith. Okay. And sway.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, no worries.
Inside. Oh, it's not bad.
Okay. 20, yep. The two of you, Bloodwick, she looks a bit odd. You think to yourself, he's not Charles, you know, what is he talking about? But the rest of you, Cabal, Bloodwick, Cabal, Real, Sway, especially you, Sway and Lilith, you realize she's got some kind of like a bit of dementia, perhaps. She seems very confused in a nice way. She's not being hostile. She thinks probably, you will know that, Lilith, 100% sure, and you, Sway. She thinks that Cabal is her son, probably.
Okay, looking over Cabal's shoulder, would I see some kind of painting? I'm looking for, like, if there is any painting.
Make a fate roll.
Okay.
He says to you, Charles, please don't stay in there. And who are these? Oh, you brought your schoolmates to play. Yeah, you see a painting there.
Okay, if I think that's a Charles, I'm gonna close my eyes and start to kind of form to look like Charles.
Do you do it in front of you? Do you do it in front of her, or you go to a little bit in the corner?
I'm behind Cabal. I'm standing behind Cabal.
So yeah, so you kind of like make yourself small. Cabal is huge.
It's just a face, really, you know, like kind of.
Okay, and she says that to you. Come, Charles. You came with your school friend.
Yes,
please come in.
Yes, we're here. I'm gonna push Cabal away, and I come already kind of looking like the person on the picture.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you, Cabal. You're not Charles. You're not my son. Why did you make yourself look like my son? And she pushes you, Cabal, a little bit. Come here, Charles. Oh, my boy. And she tries to hug you, Sway.
Yes, as she's going, I'm gonna kind of take her, I'm gonna stretch my hands and take her hands. Yeah, and kind of looking at her, and then I'm gonna give her a hug.
Okay, she kind of gives you a, please come all in, come all in. Oh, you little boys, you all look so disheveled. You had us play in the school. Please come in. I'll put the kettle on.
Am I allowed to come in?
Yes,
come
okay.
on, of
I
course.
forgive you. I forgive you. It's a children play. It's okay. I understand. You're probably laughing at me because I'm old and you thought it was funny to put a mask on and look like my Charles. But it's okay. It's okay. What's your name, children?
My name is Walter.
Oh, Walter, what a beautiful name. And you, miss? Oh, you got the most unusual, beautiful porcelain face. She looks at you, Lilith.
Oh, thank you. And then she kind of looks over.
And you, girl, you got leaves in your hair. And she starts trying to pull Safira's flower arrangement from her hair. Oh, you got some things intertwined to it.
Charles,
Safira's like, no, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm pretty hungry. Do you think your mother could get us some food?
Oh, of course, she says. Of course, Walter. Please, all of you, don't stay on the door. Come on in, come on in. And as you enter, you see her house is quite humble, but she is not poor as such. You know, you see like there is fine objects and antiques and things like small and simple, like nice sofas. There is like an open plan kitchen lounge, and then you see a bedroom and kind of like farther away at kind of like a small toilet, but everything inside looks fine, but not looked after. There is quite dusty and very unorganized, you know, but it looked like she was well off, you know,
I'm gonna
on her prime.
go walking around and look for a little kid's room, and then be like, oh, Charles, why don't you show us your toys in your room?
Yeah, you start looking around and you find a room for a child, but it looks like a child lives there right now. It's like all the toys are exactly, you see this painting on the wall, and it feels like this room is being looked after much more than the others. And with whoever of you have a passive insight higher than 15, you will probably figure out that her son probably died really young and she never got over it. So that's why she's still waiting for him to come back from somewhere.
Oh no, I can't believe I feel so bad now.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, finally you came, Charles. I've been waiting for ages. Where you been? I'll put the kettle on and I'll make some food. Any of you have any any dietary requirements? Any allergies?
I eat a lot, so please do go prepare a lot of food.
All right. Oh, I've been saving a peek outside. And she starts kind of like going outside.
Take your time.
Okay. All right, Charles. And Walter, what's your names? I'm sorry. I'm so rude. What's each of your names? And she gets this little notepad and she starts writing your names down.
Come on, Ma.
Oh, Charles, I'm so happy. She kind of like make a wisdom saving throw because this is starting to be like really hard for you, Sway, in a way.
Yeah,
you start to feel like
I'm gonna give her a hug, yeah, of course.
But make a wisdom saving throw as well to see how strongly you actually feel this. Yeah, with an 18, it's kind of hard for you, you know? Like you think of your family, your own family, that you haven't seen them, even though it's been like nearly a year and something since you left your home, and you feel like this woman is so missing love, and it's hard for you to kind of like deal with it, and you almost feel like your eyes are starting to get watery a little even.
Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze her, give her a bigger hug than I was gonna give her like after we got to my...
Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you came. All right. Okay, back to the food. And she starts, she opens the door, goes outside and closes the door behind. She leaves the house.
Okay.
you see.
All right.
And you are left alone there.
Real, we need to make sure that there's nothing watching us. Do you think you can
And
see
look
if there's
around.
well, you can magically sense if there's anything looking at us?
I mean, there are brains. I can try to.
I'm just. Could I do something?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which kind of check would you like to do, Real, before that? And then you can.
I'm
take
just
your
going to
turn.
go up to the top. If there is a second floor up to the top floor, I'm just going to look around with my blind sight. Hopefully, if there's
Yeah.
anything within 30 feet.
Okay, sure. Make a perception check at advantage as you're using your blind sight. What would you like to do, Sway?
Yeah, I
You
would like
start to
to.
hear as you are outside now, looking through the window, kind of Real. You start to hear all these noises of the town, like things are getting back to normal. On the distance, you hear more of this obsidian army, like the same kind of crackling of their unusual carapace armors and stuff, and even other voices like, "Where are they? Where are they? Where are they looking? Where are they gone?" Like this kind of like they are tracking around. And you, Sway, what would you like to do, please?
Oh God, I cannot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Lilith, is there anything you
What's
would
my?
like to do? Actually, are you okay with your sound, Lilith? Lilith is
Yeah.
very quiet today.
No, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. We hear you.
I don't know. She's just curious about this lady. Like,
Yeah, you
do we?
saw her leaving in the house.
Yeah.
With your passive wisdom, you will think that she's gone to buy food, very likely.
Right.
However, you didn't see her taking money.
Okay.
I was gonna. Yeah, sorry.
Good.
No, just quickly. Just as she was leaving, I would just whisper to my familiar. Ah, God, what's
Skivers.
Skivers. I'm
Hey.
gonna just tell him, just be careful that no one sees you. Make yourself invisible and follow her.
Hey, I will do that, Master Sway.
Yeah,
And
that
you
was it.
see like this blue imp that was there next to you, kind of like quite wounded, covered in blood as well, and goo. He kind of like puffs invisible, and then you hear the fluffing of wings. He goes through the window. You with your blind sight, you see him Real from upstairs as he goes and starts following him. You see that right next to you there is this ball floating on the sky, like very close to you. There is something in between you and the ball, so you haven't been noticed, but you see that there is a ball there right on top of where you are, kind of like maybe 20 feet away from you, but there is a line pole in between, like some kind of like a poster of like a clothes hanging poster, like the ones that you see. There is like a t-shirt in between you and it, but you see it kind
This
of
is
almost
outside, though.
outside, yeah.
Okay.
Like as you see on the picture how the things are hanging there, you see those lines there. So there is clothes on it, and you will be here Real, just point there, like for example, and you see there is a t-shirt coming from the other house, but there is a ball right there behind the t-shirt that is dangling like a shirt or something like that.
Okay. I'll go back down and just tell them that, I point to my ears and I point up to where it was. There's another one up there.
And you are in the house. You hear as well as you said, "Oh, I point out there is one more there." You hear Skiver says you, "Sway, I think the lady is she seems a bit lost. I think she's not sure where her house is anymore. I see her. She's going to church."
Just whisper to her ear and guide her.
"But what do I say? She's gonna scream."
Just from behind her. "Oh, there is nothing for you here. Just come back home."
Make a fate roll, Sway.
I just want her to come back because this is not good.
Yeah.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, can I use my what the D8 or whatever on this?
You have a D8 or you have a game inspiration,
No,
whichever
D8.
one. Sure.
Oh damn it! Oh god.
Skivers tells you, oh my god, she's going crazy. I'm not crazy. She's telling you, like you hear on the distance, I'm not crazy. Stop this. I'm not crazy. Why are you talking to me? And then you hear some guards kind of, are you okay, madam? Like one of the guards. Yeah. Skivers is narrating to you what this is happening.
Okay, just come back. Tell him like.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going, Master Sway. And Skivers, you hear. Well, you don't hear, but you sense that he's getting closer. Meantime, Bloodwick or Lilith or Cabal, is any of you doing anything as you are there waiting?
We have
Neil,
to find.
we hear you moving, but there is no sound. I don't know if you're having problems with your headphones or something with your microphone.
We have to find a way to remove this thing that's inside of you, Ludwig. I'm not too sure. Perhaps I could. My thing normally works with possession, but it doesn't seem like you are being possessed or charmed by whatever this thing is. Either we somehow physically find this creature within you and pull it out, or any ideas from anyone?
I'm not entirely sure I have any magic that can deal with this, but I've never seen anything like this before. I'll need a bit of time to investigate.
Make an Arcana check as you say that, or history, to see what you know about tadpoles, Lilith. I will say you could make it at advantage as you read a lot of books in Asalin Rex castle. You find a lot of stuff regarding these kind of things.
Can I also make it?
Experiment. Yeah. Any of you who wants to.
Arcana.
Probably won't need
to. Yeah, Arcana or History. History at advantage, Arcana straight roll. But while you are making those rolls, Lilith, you remember a passage in particular. The same with you, Real. The same passage where one of the notes you found saying, after extraction, after insertion, the victims normally become completely subdued and submitted to the elder brain originating from the colony on my case, as I had no colony, the colony were myself, and I experienced that the thralls were soon completely subdued to my will. Listen to me in any way, and I was able to listen to them, magically see through them if needed, and this connection got stronger the bigger the community was. Sway, you start to think about it, but you get a bit confused. Please roll in your D6 spirit table.
Oh no.
And Cabal, you kind of remember a similar passage as well that you saw, like how the experiments of Asalin with Illithats. You are unsure how it will work with if these creatures were Illithats. You did recognize the tadpole being very similar to the ones you saw in the lab of Asalin Rex, so you could assume it's likely this creature could be the same kind of creature. And the same with you, Real. You perfectly remember the same notes and studies. Check in there, Sway, and tell me what happens to you once
I'm just checking.
you find it and stuff. No hurry, just once you find it, you tell us.
Yeah, I need to find where it is.
In the meantime,
perhaps using some sort of dispelling of the magic on him specifically may cause the creature to come out. Or maybe falsifying his death and may cause the creature to assume that this being is no more and leave the host.
was
As you
meant to be
say,
D4.
as you say that, it was meant to be a D4.
Yeah,
So roll
I
a
don't
D4 then.
Okay,
As you
already.
say that, Cabal, the second statement, the first is the killing the creature it makes more sense. However, you also remember, coincidentally, that he seemed to take in more damage when he was thunder damage. You saw that Bloodwick was really wounded when this thunder wave kind of was hit on him. So those two things could have a connection. You are a bit unsure. With the D4, what happens to you, Sway, as you are
But
there?
actually, there's actually good outcome. It says here, within the next 10 minutes, you can ask your spirits about the result of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. You can receive an omen as if you had cast the Algorithm spell.
Oh,
The
okay, okay.
omen manifests as whispering from your spirits,
Okay. So
perceptible
yeah,
only to you.
so think of a question as you are kind of like thinking that you see one of your spirits actually seems to be the spirit of Firan Salhona that is with you, and he says, "I can help you, Sway. I know about these things. I was there when Asalin was doing the experiments and everything. I'll help you. What do you like to ask me?" And you can think of that while this is happening.
Okay.
Seems like
Bloodwood?
they did not like the vibration of sound. So perhaps we could use that against them, forcing it out. But it will hurt you, Bloodwick, if you are willing.
If we do it here, I mean, the guards are going to come. If they
That is
hear
true.
noise.
Perhaps we leave the city. Do we wait for darkness and then leave? Or do we leave now? And try to get out?
I don't know, where's the lady?
Just to make it more exciting, it's 5 of you. Each of you roll a fate roll, a d20. If you have more successes than failures, she will not come back, or something bad will happen if you fail. It's like a fate roll skill check. How is that?
Okay.
10 is a success. Okay, so you already
What is it?
won.
Just a D20, yeah?
Yeah, you don't need to roll anymore. You got all successes, but yeah. Yeah, you failed, Sway. You're still thinking of the questions, very, very kind of thinking of that. After a few minutes, as you say, where is the lady? The door opens again, and you see this old woman again. She's got like a huge kind of like turkey, like a Christmas turkey, already cooked that she's carrying in a tray. You see, it's really heavy for her. And she says, "Oh, I got a lot of food. I hope this is gonna be enough." And she's like almost shambling. As she's getting close, you see, with whoever of you who got a high passive perception, you see that she's gonna fall with the thing. Does anyone try to help her?
I'll help
With
her.
the turkey.
Yep. I'll just go over and kind of grab her things
Yeah.
and
Oh,
ask her
thank
where we
you.
can go.
Thank you, Miriam. You're so nice. She says to you. Meredith,
problem.
actually even better. Actually, Meredith. She remembers the th at the end. Thank you, Meredith. That's so nice of you. You are such a good girl.
Okay, come on. Let's get back to the house.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Oh, she closes the door. You hear like a guard as you close the door for 1 second with your passive perception. As the door is closing, you see a guard running, kind of like passing the house. They gone that way. They must have been this way. We heard it. They are close by. And you hear outside there is a guards battalion kind of researching. You probably heard it from the little spy thing that is right on top of you. They are around here.
We can't stay in here for too long. They are going to begin searching the houses around. We have to move out now. We must find a
You
place
hear
outside
them
the
knocking
city.
in a house next to you. The next house, next door house. You hear a thudding on the door. Open the door! We are conducting our research.
All right.
And that's next door to where you are.
Is there a back way out of this place? say to the woman.
Oh, but Charles, and you cannot leave. Walty is too. The food is just here, just arrived. You all look malnourished. You have to have a shower. I'm filling up the bath for you.
We
But
will. Why don't you?
we have a back door, of course. You know already. You were used to play there with my boy.
All right, we're just gonna go out in the back while you prepare the food. We'll go play for a bit and then we'll come back in.
All right, but please, you all have to wash your hands before you go play. I insist. And she kind of gets this bucket and kind of points to you, especially. I see you got dirt from the flowers in your hair. Go on, Elvira, wash your hands now. She says to Safira.
It's
Safira,
Elvira,
shyly,
actually.
Oh, Elvira, I'm so sorry. My mind is not what it used to be. And Safira puts the hand in the thing, kind of looking awkwardly, like, and starts making her hands wet. Do you all of you do actually?
Yeah.
Sure,
I
I
guess.
mean, good to
Knowing that
wash
we're
your
not gonna
hands.
come back into the house and we're gonna leave her hanging, yeah, I'll do it as well.
All right, she starts like, "Oh, good boys, you're good. Please go and play down there. I'll keep an eye. I'll keep the door open. Don't go very far away."
I have a very important question, DM.
Yeah.
You have to be very honest with me.
Okay.
Do druids always have dirty hands? Is that why?
I think.
No, shut up. You don't answer that.
Is
I
it
think
because-
from picking flowers, it's not like dirty hands, but she's got like probably like a nail underneath the nails that are a bit of earth, and things like that.
Only if they pick flowers. Sure.
Yeah.
all the time, no
guess
matter
so.
if they wash it, it's
Yeah.
still muddy.
It's still there, yeah. It's a little bit there, It's like hard,
Can
like so many years.
never get it all off.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
like the worst nightmare, no? Like you keep washing the hand as you look.
Yeah,
it's
imagine
still
being a gardener like all the time, day and night. So yeah, potentially, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
We'll leave from the back, and then I guess can we? I'll request. I don't know. I think she still has some spell slots, but she'll cast Pass Without a Trace, and we'll start
I would
sneaking up.
say she still has. I'm sure she does. So
Okay.
she will cast. As she says that, she'll start casting a spell once she's outside. Once more, all of you make a last fate roll. This will determine whether the lady realizes that you are leaving too far away. You see from the window, she keeps looking at you as she thinks you're gonna start to play. And then Saphira start casting this spell for you to become more more kind of like disguised. Oh no. Okay. All right. Or wow. Okay. This is more failures than success. So you will see that.
It's equal.
I mean, yeah, a 20 is 2 successes, but then there is. Oh, actually, yeah, real succeeded too. Okay, and then you got natural 1 is 2 failures actually. So yeah, I think you still succeeded, fail more than success.
Yeah.
She kind of goes like, "Charles, don't go so far away," and then she looks at you, Sue. You're not my child. You're not my child! Intruders! Intruders! And she starts screaming, like going crazy as she realized that. You're not my child! You monster! Why did you do that? And she kind of goes running towards the front door, the opposite door where you were. What do you all do?
Run.
Okay. So I need you all to make let's do a constitution check to see how fast you pick up the pace, even though you're pretty invisible, these guys, more than stealth. So let's do to start how fast you start the running. So all of you make a constitution
to
check.
be honest with you, we could all kind of escape unless someone is chasing us by air. We all can kind of fly, no? All of us.
You could, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We'll pick up someone. What is it? What I'm rolling? Sorry.
Constitution check, just to see how quickly you pick up the beginning on the pace. Real is doing really well. Okay, yeah, no, that's perfect.
I'm not proficient, yeah.
I'll give you a visual on the map of Dagenfort. You were on the high road, so you were here before. Actually, I'll point out you are here at the moment. Yeah, on there. I don't know if you guys can see the pin there. Yeah, you can see it on the stream. Yeah,
High
you
road,
all
yeah.
doing really well. What did you say, Martin? Sorry?
No, that we're in the high road.
Yeah. So, as Lilith, I will give you advantage. Survival check. Same for Sway. Do you have this rogue ability? Is it in your background? The thing that you can find roots and things like that? You don't. No,
No,
that's
I
only
don't
the
have that.
urchin background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have that.
So Lilith, make a
I know I
survival
came
check.
this way.
Yeah.
Before.
Any of you who wants can either help Lilith to give her advantage, or you
Yeah.
can make your own survival check. Up to you. Lilith is very wise in this kind of way, and you know that she is normally the one who leads the party going in that directions.
I will help her. I will say that at the end of the road, if you turn right, you go towards the main house, like this. I assume this is the major's house.
Okay, yeah, you know that's where the castle is. That's where
Yeah.
the mayor's house. That's where you were told that the leader, the Duke, Duke Dagenford, and the leaders of the town live. However, you know the exits are here.
The exit
There is
will
an
be the other
exit.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, there is an exit there. There is an exit there. Or there is an exit here. This is the one you enter from, but there is other two more around there. So Lilith, roll again as Real is helping you, giving you advantage on the survival check. Okay, that's good. You, as Real directs you, is your intention to leave the town then? Are you going towards one of the exits? Or are you trying to conceal yourselves further somewhere else? This for all of you to decide.
Oh, well, I thought we're
We have
leaving.
to decide quickly. Are we leaving?
Yeah, we're
All right,
leaving.
follow me. We're going out the
mean-
entrance that we came in through.
Like Cabal asked before, he was looking for a house which was boarded up, meaning like an empty house. Did we actually see anything like that along the way?
I will say, without making a fair roll, because the town is quite small, you see that every building is occupied.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any empty houses as you are walking around, as you are running
everyone
around.
is kind of. Yeah, I'm just gonna. It looks like
That's
there's
you.
nowhere to hide here. I mean, like everyone is somehow affected by whatever this craziness is here. I think we should leave and plan what we do somewhere out of this town.
Okay.
What
As
do you
you are
say?
running as well, all of you see on the back there is some guards kind of like knocking on the house, and now for a second as you look back, you see the guards are talking to the old lady, and she's pointing with the finger. You see her through the kind of like the back door now, and she's pointing through the finger towards the direction you went. But all of you make an stealth check as that happens as well. You have the pass without a trace, so you have a +10. And which direction? Tell me which direction you will be going as well, Lilith, as you are the one leading the group.
We are going south.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay,
57
nice.
stealth, guys.
Fucking hell. All right. Bloodwick, you can give a roll. Let's say that Safira does... I'll roll for her, actually. Why not?
I used my sneak stealth.
Yeah. For a second, Cabal, you kind of like find yourself making quite a lot of noise, but even though you have the pass without a trace, so your steps are muffled, you kind of kick these animals that are drinking on a trough, and this cow kind of makes a sound even though you're muffled. However, Safira also gets a 21, so she's kind of like going really fast in front of you. She turns into an animal. You see her turn into an eagle, and she kind of like as a regular small eagle, and she flies to help you, to give you a view, to kind of lead you the way as well. She has wild shapes. She has one left, I believe. Let's hope. She has 3 at the moment, actually, anyway, because she has the exalted wild shape. And yeah, and you all kind of like running, making this way. So let's do something. I'm gonna put a timer here. So you guys have 1 minute. So as you're running, Lilith, move the icon. Which direction will you be going? Let me make sure you have access to move the icon. Yeah, you should have
Can I?
now. Yeah, now you do.
Oh, yes. It's probably better if we go through the town.
Okay, so let's do a skill check. I'm gonna put a timer, so this is gonna be really quick. You guys gonna have 1 minute to do a skill check. Yeah, from the moment I tell you, each of you need to point out something that you are doing to make the trek go faster within the 1 minute timer that I'm gonna put on. Okay, if you make it and you cannot roll before until you say what you're doing. So you need to explain what you're doing and roll. Explain what you're doing, roll, and you take turns one by one, and you have to do that within 1 minute from the time I tell you. Is everyone clear with that?
Okay.
Yeah, Bloodwig, make sure you said okay. We cannot have faults here. So did you understood that, Bloodwig, as well? Bas?
So that, do we all have a minute each, or is it?
So no, you have a minute in total from the moment I turn the timer around, one by one, without overlapping each other. You need to explain something you're doing to make the trek faster. Then you roll. Once you get the roll on the screen, the next person takes over and do the same. If you do it before the minute end, you will leave the town. If you go out of time, you will get caught.
Okay.
Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, we can wait before turn around,
Okay,
turn it
yeah.
around again. One last question before we do it.
All right.
Are we improving the what happens
Yeah,
and stuff like
you
that?
can improve everything. You can tell me what happens, what is around you. Everything goes, you know? You just have to tell me something, make a
Can we
check.
decide who goes in what order now, or?
Sure. Why don't you do rollies if you want, actually?
Yeah, okay.
All of you
Everyone roll
roll
a
a
d20.
d20, and
At
that
least
will
then
be
we know
the order.
we
Yeah.
don't speak over each other.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Yeah, each of you got 12 seconds. Safira doesn't count, so it's only the
What
five
do you
of you.
mean, Cabal?
Okay. So I'll write the order down. So far, Sway is the first. So Sway, I will help you. Actually, Sway and Lily, between you two, who wants to go first?
Roll off.
Okay, yeah, do a roll off again. Okay, so the king goes first anyway.
Oh God.
But yeah, do a roll off, Sway. Okay, so the king, Lilith, Sway. Let me see what Bloodwig got. Sorry, I missed Bloodwig roll now. Okay, he's got a 3, and you, Cabal, has a... Okay, so then Bloodwig is last. So Real, Lilith, Sway, Bloodwig, and Cabal. Okay. So the time is ready right now. So yeah, go ahead. Sway. Real.
No, real.
Real is going to do a perception check to see where they're coming from so we can avoid them. So we're going to go the opposite direction.
Okay.
And perception. 13. I like my D8.
Yeah, you start running. You kind of like finding the way, and you seem to find it a bit difficult. But then you burn this mode of possibility.
Who's next?
And things goes really fast. Lilith.
Let's gonna use her perception to scout ahead and just make sure we're not running into people that we shouldn't.
Row.
Oh.
As
you
you start, as you do, go ahead, do it. As you keep going, you feel that time is going really fast. Sway, you're next. You're running out of time. You're running out of time.
I'm gonna lead up one of the arrows and shoot on the left-hand side on one of the roofs and shoot on fire.
All right, you see 10 guards coming your way. All of you again, roll a d20. I'll stop the timer. You need to get more successes than failures. Oh my god, this is not going good. I'll roll for Safira. Okay, she got a natural 20. Okay, so that's a natural 20. That's who I'm missing. Sway, okay. Still not enough. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh god.
We're gonna do Theater of the Mind. You have 5 guards. So please, roll initiative. Yeah. Give you tokens. We'll put them on a quick map. The same map we used before.
Okay. crap, sorry.
as you are leaving the town. I'm sorry, guys.
Did we have time for a short rest or anything?
You did, yeah. You had a
Oh, we
short
did?
rest.
Okay.
Yeah. While you were in the house, I'll say that just being, I don't want to be that mean, so you have a short rest in there. Skivers, you don't have your psychics with you, just to make it quicker. You can overtake these guards really quick. I'll just, yeah, you got your icons yourself there, all of you, okay? So you are not invisible at the moment, real. Claudio's not there. So yeah, click your icons, adjust your HP, roll,
Yes,
roll your
roll
HP.
for all my dice. That thing.
Yeah, please. So just do that in the meantime. I'm sorry, guys. That was your, that was the time. It was the dice. You could have had another chance, but you all really shit again. Okay.
I'm going to recover my level 5 spell, my level 3 spell, and my level 1 spell.
Okay.
So 9
Perfect.
spells. So.
And I will replenish this guard HP. Okay. And I will change the music as well. All good. So, what happened? You mean on game or out of game?
Who?
Yes, sir. For your token, you mean, Sway? Or please elaborate.
No, me. I'm just trying to take. I don't understand how this.
So you click.
Works.
Okay, just mark whatever hit die you want.
I did.
Then, when instead of rolling, actually Martin helped me because I am really bad at this. But Martin always helps me. So, please.
Sorry.
Click on short rest.
Yeah.
I roll one already.
Click on short rest, and then click on how many squares, how many hit die you want to use.
I did.
And then you click on the number. It says something D8 plus something. Just click on that.
Yes.
Oh my god. What's 100?
Wow. Fucking hell, he rolled all the hit die there. Wow.
I don't understand what's going on.
Lots of 12s.
Okay. Yeah, just roll individually, don't worry.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
You rolled 2 already, so just keep rolling. And adding in manually. Each of them is plus your constitution.
Yeah, they already have.
Okay, it's already plus your constitution already. So you roll 3 already now, Sway. Okay, Lilith. All right, partner, we're gonna keep on rolling. Yeah. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6 now, Sway. Just keep the count and okay, and then let me give you initiative and I will change the music. So I'll add the guards on the initiative. They're all gonna be purple guards, so they're all gonna act on the same turn, just to be extra mean with you. So they might not get a turn. I'll give them advantage because they're all rolling on the same turn. But they might not get. Whoa! Okay, they rolled really bad. That's a 9 with advantage. Okay. So let me open their stats. So it's very likely they're not gonna get a turn before you guys go. So yeah, very likely. It depends. They have a plus. There is no high priest. You are lucky. They have a plus 5. So 9 is a 14 total. So it's not that bad, I guess. Okay, so that's their initiative. Do you guys see the initiative? Do you want me to add you, or are you guys comfortable adding yourselves to the initiative?
You haven't changed the map for us, by the way.
Oh, okay, I just did it. Oh, really? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, of course. Okay, so let's do that now, because I just changed it on my screen. Okay. That's why you cannot click your tokens. Okay. Yeah, so that's you guys. I'll just center it so you're in the middle. Bing. Okay. That should help. And you see the 5 guards, right, around you? I put them randomly, and I put you randomly as well. Just that will be the position you guys are. If it's okay, you have all your icons. You all see your icons there, right?
Yeah. Could Lilith have repaired my armor as well?
Let's say that she had. Yeah.
Okay.
On your short rest. Yeah. Just to be fair, as you guys were there, the old lady was gone for quite a long time. She wouldn't get that turkey instantly. She was very upset when you left, but yeah, that's a different story. And I'll change the music. I'll give some medieval art first, but I'll add combat to it. Okay. 1 second, and then we roll it. Okay, so let's do this one. Palpable tension. Okay.
That's
So,
right. Natural
okay.
1 for Cabal.
All right. So you all got your initiatives there already? Are we missing someone?
We're
Tom,
missing
did you get
Sway.
yours? Okay. No
17.
worries. Ooh, and we got 2 dark colors.
I
Okay,
rolled
no
before
worries. I'll
17.
take. Okay, 17. So I'll add you. No worries. Add turn. And you have a 17. Okay. Anyone else missing? Lilith? No, we got everyone. Okay. So I'll put them on order. So top of the round, Lilith, you are first as you see all these guards come to you and they try to tackle you straight away. They don't get a turn, but they are right there trying to grab you. What do you do?
Okay, she will move into the middle.
Okay.
Where did you move actually? Where were you before?
Well, I was over there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you move to the middle. So let's say, just to make it hard, as I described, there is a guard next to you. I'll give you
Okay.
1 guard each next to each of you, just to make it harder. Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
Just one
So,
second, sorry.
please change your.
Is it real? Is it real who goes first? I'm confused. Did you get 11, Martin?
I got an 11, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, wait, what the hell?
No, I had to reroll to add my
Add
initiative.
your initiative.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Martin. So knowing that there is a guard trying to grab you, you might not be doing the same. So please go ahead, Lilith.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna. Okay, from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Word of Radiance.
Okay, perfect. You do Words of Radiant. How does it look like when you kind of trigger this radiant energy around you?
She will say you follow a false god and some alien creatures, and as she says that, the area around her starts to glow, and kind of a wave of radiant light shoots upwards.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, and as this wave of light shoot upwards, you see all these cards. The 2 around you, they start making Constitution saving throws. I will roll them here. Okay, so one is a 14, one is a 10. The Constitution modifier, they are not proficient in Constitution, but they have a +2, so they both fell 16 and a 12. Yes, 16 points of radiant damage to both of them. Amazing. Anything else on Lilith? They scream, "We don't follow a false god! You are fools! You will be submitted."
Okay, well, you had your opportunity, and then she'll cast a spiritual weapon behind this god.
Ooh, okay. All right, so I'll give you your spiritual weapon back. You can roll it in the meantime, as I just pop it there. Just there.
Yep.
Boom.
Can I
Just
ask a
totally
question
surrounded.
about the mind fan?
Say it again, real?
The dagger, the mind fang
Mm-hmm.
dagger.
Yeah, you are
It's
attuned to it.
It's 46 psychic damage plus the 1d4 for the dagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
However, before you use it, you can make a history check just quickly. Actually, no. Actually, you don't know that. Yeah. Okay. Nothing. That was so obvious.
I know.
I know.
know
You
what
know
you're
now.
saying,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you know now. Yeah, but real will know. Yeah. That's very good. Okay, so that will be a 9 points of force damage as this one takes it. But the spiritual weapon, that's your spiritual weapon looks like your typical Reaper, right, Lilith?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Amazing. Okay. So as he says that, you are fools, then this Reaper kind of cuts like his face in half, kind of thing with force. He kind of pulls back. Anything else from you?
No.
All right, amazing. Sway Silver Spear, you are next as you have a guard next to you kind of trying to tackle you. What would you like to do?
Well, I take and activate Sunblade and take one swing. at him.
Bonus action. Yeah. Your Sunblade kind of illuminates with radiant light. He kind of almost get blinded for a second. Go ahead, make your one attack.
He's not
You-
sneak attack.
You can. Oh no, yeah. This will not be a sneak attack, unfortunately, but he will still take 21 points of radiant damage as you hit him with this attack. You can still use Wells of the Grey. Actually, no, it's not a sneak attack. You can disengage with your bonus action, or you can
No,
stay
I
there.
don't have. I activate my.
Oh yeah, it's
blade.
true. Okay, so yeah, you
Done.
stay there. Or you can still leave his reach if you want. Otherwise, you stay there as he takes this damage.
Hmm?
Anything else from you, Sway?
No.
Oh, Safira's here! Hey, just on combat again. Safira, you did try to escape, but you got caught on the last minute as you were running. There was a few fate rolls, a very unfortunately fate roll at the end, a timer that it was too hard to do. The DM was really mean. I know 2 minutes next time instead of 1, but that's too late now. So you please roll initiative. I'll give you a token. All right. And then in the meantime, Bloodwick Turtle in
Oh.
the beginning. Oh no.
Before Bloodwick, I'm going to use
Very
my
good.
legendary action to
Okay.
attack him with my dagger.
Okay, amazing.
With my Mind Fan, I'm going to cast Booming Blade as I do it.
Okay, Booming Blade. Perfect. Okay. 17, and you are hitting the one next to you, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 17 will definitely... Oh, 17 does not hit. You will know that. If you want to use the D8, you can use it.
I already used the D8. I'll
Oh,
use my
no.
inspiration. I'll try again.
Okay, perfect. So... Zafira, you were in eagle form, but you have descended down to do this. So please mark off. Actually, you will be in eagle form if you want to. It wasn't a giant eagle, it was a normal eagle. If you want to stay in giant eagle form, you can. Otherwise, you can. You had a short rest, so you have 2 wild shapes more left after that, either way. Okay, so you don't use anything.
Yeah, I use my inspiration.
Okay, with a 21, as you hit this creature, you notice that the psychic damage doesn't seem to be doing anything. However, the normal 4 piercing damage does. So that will be
And,
a d4 plus your intelligence, if you want. They use whichever spell casting.
It's
It's got
7. It's 7. 7. It's not psychic. It's actually 7 piercing, 8
Okay,
in
perfect.
psychic.
okay. Yeah, so,
So,
like I
but there
said, you
is-
will know now
There
that
is some
they.
thunder. There is some thunder coming as well.
Ooh, okay. Perfect.
Plus 11 thunder damage.
All right, so as they take 11 thunder damage, they will actually take 11 plus 5. So they will take 16 points of thunder damage as the thunder goes like... You see his armor starts to vibrate, and they kind of like... He kind of puts his hands on his head like... from the pain, and he takes 16 instead of, because they are thunder intolerant. Amazing. Okay, so they are intolerant to thunder damage. Anything else from you for your legendary action, Real?
No, that's it.
All right, amazing. So let me put this tracker on order because Safira entered with 11 there. Thank you, Julia. Nice to have you here. I'm sorry that it's a combat straight away as you came. Bloodwick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. At the beginning of your turn, Bloodwick, you hear in your voice, attack the wizard. Make a wisdom saving throw, Bloodwick, as you are being dominated by the voice in your head. At disadvantage, I forgot. Wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, okay? You feel compelled to move. You move forward and you use your attacks on Real. Please go ahead and attack Real, as you cannot... actually at 20, that's the second one. Do you want to use... Oh, it's at disadvantage, okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so I will move you if it's okay. I'm sorry for that.
I'll use rage.
Okay, yeah, so bonus action to rage. Real, you see out of the sudden Bloodwick's going crazy and he starts plummeting to you.
I use Reckless and Great Weapon Master.
Yeah,
Sort of
they use as you look at Real and you hear this voice, you think to yourself, I have to please my family.
15. Okay, yeah.
15
so-
misses.
oh, nice. Okay.
I hit again. 23.
23 will hit.
Okay.
That's 35 points of damage.
Whoa. Is Blooming Blade concentration?
No.
Okay. All right. So you feel this Bloodwick and you think to yourself, this is not my real family. My real family is telling me to attack them. I have to obey. Anything else from you, Bloodwick?
No, I just grilling, smiling,
Okay. All right.
and laughing
Amazing.
at.
Yeah. Okay. After you will be the Obsidian Guards. So each of them, the one next to you, Lilith, will try to use one attack to grapple you first. Their first attack. Okay. So it will do a grapple check. I'll roll this on the screen. So they will use they have to initiate with the strength. So they will do a strength one that they are not very good at, I have to say. So you do a contested. They don't have advantage. It's only one roll. So oh no. So that will be a 4. Lilith, make athletics. Let's see. They have athletics. No, they don't. So please make a contested grapple. Roll acrobatics. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. As the numbers match, the person who initiates the grapple wins. So on this case, even with a 4, he grapples you, and you are grappled by it. As you are grappled, he said, "I got one!" He will shout, and he will try to hit you with his second attack. Using his retractable fencing claws. You see from his armor, like he does like a Wolverine, and these metal claws come out, poof, and impels them in your neck. Okay. Ooh, however, as you does, you kind of move out of the way really fast, and they miss you with a 13, and that will finish this guard's turn. Next one coming up, Saphira. As you are there, you will see this other guard try to grapple you as well with the first attack. Okay. So this will be 2 plus 1, so a 3. So make a roll a dexterity acrobatics check, please. I will make a second roll attack. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. And I will roll a d20. The same. His retractable claws will come out, and he will try to attack you and cut you with them. In the meantime. Okay, you are not grappled. However, as you kind of move and free yourself from his hands, you feel like this retractable claw kind of impels you in the side of your rib cage, and it's like, and you are there like cut, and you take 21 points of. Are you resistant to anything actually? 12 slashing and 9 psychic damage, so a total of 21. You will have had a short rest, so you could have rolled whichever hit die you want. You had a short rest, okay?
I did, yeah, I rolled.
Okay,
just
perfect. Next one, Cabal.
Sorry, how many points of damage did you say?
21.
21. Was I eagle then, right? So
You were an eagle before. I will assume you will have gone down
18.
for this check and stuff like that. So
Okay.
you wouldn't be an eagle anymore, if you are okay with that. Otherwise, you could be an eagle form, and it will have been the same. How many hit points does an eagle have?
3.
Okay, so then instead of 18, take 15. So you change back to your form, and you are back in the space where you were. All right. So, sorry, instead of 21, take 18. 18, sorry. Yeah. Cool. And then Cabal, he will try to grapple you as well, the one that is melee with you. With this first attack. So 15 athletics, and then with the second attack, he will try to hit you with the Necrolance on melee. Oh, nice! He's not successful. You managed to escape his grasp. However, to hit you with a Necrolance, it will be 25 to hit, as this lance kind of pierces you in your kind of thigh, and you feel this necrotic damage and piercing for a total of 19 points of damage.
19.
19. I forgot they do. Oh no, this one does not do a sneak attack. Okay, let's say that the ones I forgot. Actually, they don't do because they don't have allies within. They have Swashbuckler, actually. So yeah, he will do a sneak attack on you. So 19 plus 14, that's 19 plus 14.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I think Swashbuckler
Yeah, so he can be
may
next
not
to you.
apply here.
Maybe not because they have allies. Next.
Yeah.
If they have an ally next
When
to
you
them.
choose out
the
it,
same person.
yeah, Landers Grand. Oh no, that's not it. Which one is it?
Yeah.
Is the
I'll-
rogue
I'll do it for you.
Swashbuckler?
If you make a melee attack against a creature, the creature can't make it. No, that's not it. Is it the
I'll
audacity?
just-
Yeah.
You
I'll
can
copy. I'll copy
break
here
his
for you.
audacity.
So Swashbuckling sneak attack once per turn. The thrall deals 14 sneak attack damage if they have hit a target that had advantage on the attack roll, or the target with on ally or no other creatures are within 5 feet of them in their case. You know.
On end of the throw. Or the target is within 5 feet of an ally of the throw.
Yeah, so
Or
that
no
will
other
be a sneak
creatures are
attack.
within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, of them, you know. So yeah, that will be a sneak attack.
Yeah, so
Mind
this
you-
one cannot do a sneak attack, but this
Yeah.
one can.
Yeah. Okay, so let's forgo the ones I forgot. It's too late now.
Okay.
So that will be
Yeah,
a
what's that?
total of 33 with the sneak attack.
Extra 14, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. And you are not grapple. Real. The next one will try to grapple you as well with the first attack. And second attack will try. You will see their fencing claws kind of come up, and he will try to impale you in your chest. Okay. So 16 to grapple you, but the fencing claws will miss you, Real. With
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So you are grappled by them, but he does not hit you. Same with you, Sway. 2 attacks. First one to grapple. Second one to hit you with the Necrolance this time. Okay. So
But
12.
they cannot have advantage against me.
Huh?
No, it's
No,
still
no, they
a-
don't
cannot
have.
It's not
advantage.
advantage. It's not
It's two
advantage.
different attacks. Yeah, it's 2 different attacks. So the first one will be 13. Make an acrobatics check, please.
Come on. Rogue.
I mean, he can't fail, can he?
Yeah, I don't think he can fail.
No, it's
actually.
a 10 plus
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got 17. No, you don't even need to make it. Yeah, you got a 17. Minimum you can roll is 17.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of managed to escape his grapple. However, with the Necrolance, it will be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that is me.
Okay, you can use Uncanny Dodge to have that if you want.
Okay.
From 19 to 9.
Yeah, I was good.
He will use his sneak attack as well, 14 more. So 9 plus 14 will be 25 total. He does a swashbuckling sneak attack. So as long as there is no allies within 5 feet, he does sneak attack to you as the lance kind of hits really hard on the kind of like the back of your tendons on the feet. Like he just really stabs it there like and that will be all their turns, I believe. Yeah, 1 attack you real, 1 cabal. Yeah, that's it. All of them done. Back to you, Saphira. You were in eagle form and then you change form as this creature tried to grapple you, but I believe he did not grapple you. You escaped, right?
Yes.
It's only Real and Lilith grappled. So let me make a little marker there for you guys. So please, what would you like to do?
Okay.
You are escaping the town, you enter some lady's house, and now you're running away. You are very close to the wall at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna use my action, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person at 4th level
Oh, nice. Okay.
on this one. I guess on the ones that have sneak attack. So this one.
You will see all of
one.
them have. They're all rogues. You can figure it out. You're very wise. So
I
you
mean the
know they're
ones
all
that
rogues.
have no one within 5 feet, I guess. So the one next to Sway.
They get a sneak attack either way. You know, either you know what I mean. If whether they have one or don't have one, they get a sneak attack, right? That's how it works.
I don't know. I
I
just
think only
heard
this
everyone.
one, and this one can get sneak attack.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They get either if they have a ally within them, or no other creature. So yeah, some of them cannot. So like you said, if they have an enemy, then they don't get sneak attack. So whole person, first level targets one creature, right? So you're casting at 4th level, so you could cast it on 4 creatures. So
3 creatures.
No,
3
3
creatures.
creatures.
Yeah. Okay, so this one.
What
So
happens
Saphira
on the
will-
ones that?
3.
What happens on the one that grapples real? Like if
If I will say
It
just
will
to
be
be nice.
paralyzed.
Yeah, he will be paralyzed, so he will not be able to. You will have a. Actually, yeah, you will. Let's say that you will break the grapple rail if it doesn't make sense to me. So yeah,
Maybe we have to save.
if they stay hold, they will break the
It
grapple.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But sure.
Okay, so let's do wisdom saving throws. So you do for 3 of them. So this one that is there, do you do on the one that is grappling Lilith, and the one that is grappling Rail? I assume, right?
okay, yeah, I'll do that actually.
Okay. All right. So they are quite good at wisdom saves. They have a +6. So let's do individually. So let's start with the one that is grappling Lilith. Let's roll it on the open. Do they have advantage? No, they do not. Okay.
Failed.
Fail. First one will fail. +6, so 18. Nope. That one is paralyzed at the moment. So I'll put him like this. If it's okay, I'll just change his color. I make him yellow. How is that? Him. Okay. Yes. Another one. Second one. We'll do the one grappling rail next.
Fail.
Amazing.
Nice.
Oh my
fail.
god, they're going to die.
And
next
then
round.
last one. The one grappling cabal. Nice.
He's
Wow.
not-
He's
not
cursing me. It's
grappling me.
proper cursing me. Yeah, no. The one that is trying to grab cabal, let's say. Yeah. Because he was not grappling cabal. Okay, perfect.
This one's
Okay,
yellow
so
as well.
they all. Yeah, so this one as well. So now the 3 of them are there. Like you see, they're kind of grappling, but then you realize that as they hold the hand stays still, so they won't be able to maintain the grapple. So you could break the grapple just by walking away from their hand. That's how I imagine it. Anything else from you, Saphira?
Uh,
I mean, you can walk away now that there's paradise.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. Yes,
walking
and I
away.
guess. Does anyone need healing?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well, what?
Oh.
Neil, you need healing?
No, I'm alright.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm just gonna use my movement to walk up and down a few times just to annoy
Okay.
them. No, I'm joking. I'm
No,
gonna
you
stay
will
where I
know.
am.
You will know that the wall is in this way, just to make it harder. So if you get to the end of the map, there is a wall there. You could actually jump
Very
Where
well.
is it?
Jump
Sorry.
into where?
into the other side of the wall. So you will take you a athletics
Oh, over
check
there.
to climb the wall, but you could actually try to get out of the city
Which way
Oh,
is it?
okay.
That way?
Right.
this way. Yeah,
Oh, to the
right.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
to the
way.
right of
Yeah,
it.
to the
Oh,
right,
this
the
way.
farthest way possible, just to be mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will be already got there. Okay, perfect. And you start walking away, and you see that the ones that are not grappled keep looking at you. Where is she going? What is she doing? Oh no, you're having problems to move your icon. Yeah, I'm sorry. Cool. And you finish your turn there, Saphira?
Oh, yeah. Just
All
there.
right. Okay, perfect. Dark colors real. Oh, actually, well, they should have been one of you first. I assume real. You were okay to
Yeah, it's
leave
fine.
Safira first.
Absolutely. This
Sorry.
is amazing
Yeah,
for me.
I'm sorry.
This is
Sorry.
amazing. Because I'm going to do Still Wind Strike, and the paralyzed ones
Okay.
will get critted if they hit.
Yep, that's correct. Damn.
So
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, they're going to die, I think. I'll start with this one, and then I'll
However,
go.
you will know now that that they are immune to psychic damage, so you might want to switch. Use your old dagger.
It's force damage.
It's force anyway.
Damage.
No?
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, do one by one. Just roll and then tell me which one, and then I'll do the hit.
So first one is this one.
Okay. Perfect. That one.
I have advantage because it's paralyzed.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh wow! Wait, that's a
whoa!
That's a waste because
crit.
it was an auto crit.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
So that's 107 points of damage.
Wow! How will you pulverize this target, real? Please go on. Go crazy.
Have you seen that scene at the beginning of X-Men? The one.
The bleep or something, no? How they vaporize into.
I think it's X2 where there is a. The Nightcrawler is attacking the president.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just appear.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And just stabbing, and it just disappears.
Yeah, as you stab it, maybe you do it on the head if it's okay. On the forehead, it's like, and it's like falls back like dead, like on the floor.
I'm just gonna delete myself out of combat because I don't think I'm needed anymore.
Oh no!
Anyway.
Amazing, and then poof, he puffs away and appears next to Lilith's one, right?
There's a 31 to hit. Yeah, the next one to
hit. Yeah, that will definitely hit too. That's another crit as well.
So that's 24 plus 5.
So that will be. So double, right?
Yeah, I'll do it again. 60, 10.
Okay, so 48.
So 54.
54. Wow. Okay, this one is not dead, but it's actually. Let me make sure. Almost. As you hit him, you impaled on his kind of like groin, and you see like he kind of screams, but he's got his voice changed. Like he goes like a Gale's voice for a second, and he looks very wounded at us. The weapon kind of comes out. Even though he's paralyzed, he managed to shout, and then blood starts pouring out of his groin. Cool.
Then the one next to me.
All right, perfect. When you see a few people that laugh on the street, that was amazing. That's what it sounded like, people laughing. Yeah, that will definitely hit.
That's 30 plus.
You need a 34 on the second one, and then you will kill him.
Well,
that's what you needed. Please describe to us how you killed this
Same
one.
thing, you just...
Yeah.
I appear behind him.
More, yeah.
And then the others are just normal, so they probably survive.
Yeah, so you stab him in the butthole this time. You see like his eyes roll for a second, even though he's paralyzed, and then he falls flat on this floor and crumbles.
This hit. No! I missed that one.
Oh no.
And then the last one next to this one.
Okay, Sway's target one. Okay.
Oh, the same one. Oh no!
You got a D8. I'm not sure if you used it already. You could do it.
I used it already. I already used it.
Okay, cool. And where would you like to end your turn? I guess as far away of Bloodwick as possible.
I'll end up here. And then with my bonus action, I'll move 30.
Yeah, you missed a step, right?
10, 20, 30, yeah. And then I will walk 30 more.
Okay, so you are kind of like next to the wall. So as beginning of your turn, as part of your movement, if you choose to climb, you can make an athletics check. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Or you can try to parkour if you explain it to me how you do it.
I mean, Real, can you not fly? Are you serious? I mean, with all this
I mean,
you
I-
have, you cannot
I
just
could
fly off.
fly, but it's just so pedestrian.
The
you
guy
know,
next
just-
to me, next to you, Sway, says, "Oh, I'm concentrate on me." He's looking at you with the lance, kind of like trying to spike you. Hey, I'm here. Go ahead, Caval, you are
I'm not
next.
talking to you right now. Get out of my way.
Cabal's gonna move. Beep, 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 10, 15, 22. Actually, will stay. Bloodwick's a bit crazy right now, so I'll just run away from him as well.
Okay.
But I'll move there. Whoop, whoop. And then I will take 3 strikes on him. First twice, and then
Okay, perfect.
with my blade, and then last one I'll hit him with nothing. First attack.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Doing 22 points of damage.
Okay, he will just look at you and say, "Can me dodge?" And he will do 11 points of damage instead.
Okay. As he screams
Yeah.
uncanny dodge, I will
Yeah.
hit him again.
Okay.
So
But he's got no reaction now.
that's fine. This one does
Keep
24
forgetting
points
those
of
things.
damage.
Yeah, wow, okay, he should have uncanny dodge that one. Okay, 24 points of damage. He's starting to look really wounded. Well, not that wounded, but a little, like, more wounded.
Okay. Now my weapon does an extra d12 damage.
Mhm.
If I use the
Yes.
back end of my weapon for my polearm master, is it 2d4 or is it just 1d4?
Let's say it's 2d4, just to be nice, because it's exalted weapon. So yeah,
Alright.
2d4.
If I hit, that is. Okay, great. So that is going to be 2d4 plus 10.
Okay, awesome.
That's 14 points of damage.
Wow, okay, almost maximum. Okay, perfect. He is very wounded as he looks at you. He kind of spits blood on your face, Sway, almost. And yeah, anything else from you, Cabal?
That's action, bonus action, movement. That's I've got 5 more feet. I'll move that. There you go. That's me.
Okay, perfect. All right, you see Real kind of getting ready to climb the wall, and then Lilith, we're back on the turn. I'm gonna roll a d4, guys, as that will determine how many rounds you see a priest and more guards coming. So let's just do it just to make it more up at the tension here. Okay, 3 rounds. So you see very far away on the end of the street this other priest with the kind of his metal sensor, all this green smoke follow him, like another 10 guards coming running your way. But that's gonna take a while for them to get there. What would you like to do, Lilith?
Okay, I will do Weather Radiance again.
Okay, cool. So Constitution saving throw for this one only this time. Alrighty. So we established they are not that conny. Whoa, natural 20. Well, he still takes the damage though, because he's not. That will be a 22. Actually, no, that's your matches, yeah. Meets it, beats it. So yeah, I'm sorry. As your word of radiance shines, he's like, I don't think so. You believe on the fake god, he says to you. All angry still with that statement.
But he doesn't realize he called it the fake god. So
yeah. Oh, nice.
Right,
And,
I will then use my spiritual weapon to attack him. And he's finishing his sentence immediately. He's going to get hit.
Actually, sorry, the other one automatically fails the con save, right? I guess.
No,
Is he paralyzed?
No,
he's
he
just
can make
paralyzed.
it.
Yeah.
Only
Oh, no,
dex
really?
and
He can
strength
make
saves.
it? Okay. So let me, thank you, guys. So let me do another one. So that was the one that is talking. So the other one is going to take damage, potentially. Okay, yes. This one will be 2, so 19, so 17 points of radiant damage to him. As that one says, no, you follow a fake god, then his friend kind of is about to fall. How would you like to kill him, Lilith?
Did he get killed by the spiritual weapon or the word of radiance?
With the word of radiance earlier on. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be as he's saying that, you just kind of see an image of Carthus coming up behind, and it's just a hand that grabs his body, but it goes through his physical form, and then as it goes down, it's pulling his soul out.
Oh,
It
nice.
goes
Yeah.
into the ground.
Kind of like, yeah, like it goes like, you see his soul being ripped and taken. He kind of like poof, just falls dead. And the other one, as he says that, the spiritual weapon just hit him on the face for 10 points of damage, force damage. Yeah. Okay. Anything else from you?
No.
You are not grappled, but
Wait. I will move.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
all right. He will try to hit you as you move away. Bloodwick, you can take an opportunity attack as well. He was saying, hit her, she's leaving as well. So go ahead, Bloodwick, take an opportunity attack on Lilith as well.
Oh, what?
He is possessed, controlled at the moment, dominated.
22.
22 to
No.
hit?
No.
No,
It doesn't
no,
hit.
okay. However, the guard with a 24 to hit,
Yep.
with the Necrolance, as you're leaving, he will be... Actually, there is sneak attack as well. Yeah, it is a sneak attack. I know there is an... Yeah, he's got an ally next to him at the moment. Bloodwick is his ally. So that will be the Necrolance. So 33. 19 plus 14, yeah. 33 points of damage.
Is that with the
as
sneak
you
attack?
move away. Yeah, including the sneak attack.
So he wouldn't get sneak attack then, right?
He's got an
Oh, he
ally
would.
next
Yeah,
to
he
him.
would,
Yeah.
he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets it in both ways. So if there is no one, then he gets it. If there is an ally, he gets it too.
Mhm.
But
Gotcha.
okay, cool. And that will be the end of your turn, Lilith, and their turn. Sway, you are next.
So, well, this
You
guy is
see-
just standing in front of me and try to splash me with his blood while I don't have enough of mine on my face right now. So I just take two
Yeah.
swings at him.
Okay, amazing. He's looking very wounded as well. Okay, so go ahead, make your attack, Sway. Okay, 26 to hit.
Yeah, so it's 14 points.
You could use your bonus action to give yourself a steady aim. It's an ability that
Steady
all
aim.
rogues can do, but then you will not be able to attack again or move. So it's
The
up
aim
to
is
you.
for crossbow.
No, you can use it with any weapon, I believe. It doesn't have to be a ranged weapon. I think it's with any weapon, right? Actually, I'm not sure.
The aim is for
Range only?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay.
Anyway,
Steady.
so it's 14, and then
It's any attack.
Yes, any attack. So if you want to give yourself a sneak attack and attack once, you can use a steady aim
But then
as a
you
bonus
cannot move.
action. Yeah, but then you cannot move.
I mean, it's not fair. I didn't do it already. If I do, it's fine.
Do you want to do it or not? Just
No,
I'm
no,
allowing
fine.
you to do it. If you don't want to
No,
do it,
okay.
don't do it. But don't say that because you didn't do it. Up to you. Okay.
The other is 12 points of damage.
All right. Perfect. So yeah, that will be more. So that will probably potentially.
So 26
They
points
would
of
have
damage.
been more. Okay, so 26 points of damage. As you hit him with 26 points of damage, the first attack he kind of like diffuses a little bit of it, but he doesn't have uncanny dodge anymore. So he will take the full damage. So as with the second attack, you see, with your battle ready, he's gonna die. How would you like to kill him?
I'm just gonna kind of, as with my dexterity, I just kind of slide around him and kind of with a move, I'm gonna slit his throat and I'm moving around him, like around his back, kind of circling around him. I just make like a super ninja move and slit his throat and he falls down.
Nice. Yeah. As Zeke falls down for a second, you look in the distance. Make a perception check, actually, Sway. I'll give you
I take
advantage on
trinket.
this one. Huh?
Because I keep forgetting the trinket to take, so I take.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You can do a soul trinket. You take the soul from it with your reaction. Absorb it, yeah. Amazing.
And then what you said? Sorry.
And make a perception check as you, on the top of the house, you see something familiar for a second and you think, huh?
Oh no.
Okay, I guess you are too distracted. I will say because you roll a natural 1. For a second, you think you saw a hand, only a hand, like a you know, like
Someone
Randall
flying
style.
here, like,
Yeah, like like a hand without a body on top of the
oh,
roof
really?
of the
Okay.
house. But then you think, no, it can't be, and then you look again properly, and you don't see anything anymore. Cool, cool. Anything else from you? You still have movement.
Yeah, who is this actually? Who is this? No, there's not something. Who is this?
That's another guard, yeah. Still, and then you got a spiritual weapon of Lilith there, like some.
There's a spiritual weapon.
Yeah,
Okay.
scythe had a spiritual
Anyways,
weapon.
I'm just gonna just go.
Okay. All right, so you start booking it.
That's where I can get.
Amazing. Okay, Bloodwig, you are next. You look around you and you think to yourself, the cleric is, you hear in your head, go for the priestess, the fake god priestess. She must die. She must subdue to the collective. Make a wisdom saving throw again at the beginning of your turn. The DC is 23, so it's super hard at disadvantage, so I'm sorry. That's super mean. Okay, yeah, you go for her. For a second you think, oh no, I shouldn't, but then it's like, nope, it's fine. I'm going for her.
Yeah, I moved to Lilith. Is it Lilith, right, you talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll just double attack with Great Weapon Master. And reckless.
Okay. All right.
Advantage. 31 to hit. Well, yeah.
Oh. Yep, I think 31 to hit,
Yeah,
Lilith.
that hits.
So that's 37 points of damage.
Whoa. Okay.
Big chunk.
And then
Another big
points.
chunk.
Yeah, I'll show the guard once more just to remind you how it looks like. Yeah, the last guard remaining. Yeah, now he can go. Okay.
Yeah, then another 33 points of damage.
He did 70 points of damage to you.
Wow. Damn, Lilith. Sorry, Neil. You see, you don't want to have fun. 3 Blackbird turtles fighting you. I'm telling you. You know, crazy. Cool.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, amazing. You hear in your mind, well done, my son. You will make the collective proud. I know that. And then the last Obsidian Guard, seeing the situation, yes, go for her too. And he will run Lilith and he will try to do 2 attacks on you as well, as he sees that you are wounded a little bit. He will get a sneak attack on the first one. He is actually going to use his bonus action to use steady aim. I know his move, he cannot do it anymore. Yeah, he cannot do it. Okay, so he'll do 2 attacks straight on you. Okay. Ooh, okay. One will miss, but the second one will hit with an 18. We will use the Necrolance again. That will be 33 points of damage with a sneak attack. Are you still up?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And that will finish his turn. He'll look at you, Bloodwig, and he says, yes, the ultimate shines bright upon you, brother, he will say to you.
As he hits Lilith, I'll use my reaction to hit him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sentinel.
Yeah, awesome.
So 23.
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
Doing 26 points of damage.
And he dodge. And the 13 instead. Okay. Perfect. But he's got no reaction now. You've been with Sway enough time to know that
I think he
when
already
they
used
do
his reaction, didn't he? Oh no, it was his turn. It's fine.
No, that was his turn. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, because when Lilith moved. No, actually, did he attack Lilith? No, he didn't actually. No. And then it was his turn. Yeah. Okay.
It was his turn, right? He just moved.
Perfect. He tried, but he fell. Okay, cool. And Sway Silver Spear, you are next. As you look back, you see Lilith starts to look really wounded. Cabal is there fighting, and Bloodwig, you saw him attacking Lilith
Sway
as well.
And Bloodwig have already had their turn. It's Saphira.
Oh yeah, sorry, Saphira. My apologies. Thank you, Cabal. I forgot to move it. That's why. Okay, yeah. Saphira, you are next. The same thing applies to you. You see Lilith is being swarmed by Bloodwig, who seems to be controlled by something that you
Yeah.
were there before. You know he's got a tadpole in his eye. He's the only one you know. You saw it when it happened. So what would you like to do? Lilith looks really wounded.
Okay, do I know if the tadpole needs to be removed for him to be, well, himself again?
You were in the house earlier, even though you, Julia, were not, but Safira was, and Cabal was saying that for him to die, the best way will be if he dies by thunder damage, then the tadpole is very likely to live, or if he gets killed, the tadpole will leave his eye, but you aren't sure if he gets killed with normal damage, whether the tadpole will live or not.
Let's do thunder.
So he'd have to die for him to be fine again.
Potentially, but
what-
you aren't sure if it's a normal death will help, or it will have to be thunder. You aren't sure on that one.
But he's raging
Okay.
as well, so he's not going to take as much damage.
Okay. For the time being, I think just because we want to get out of hit there, she will. Okay. She will cast polymorph on him, on Bloodwick.
Oh, nice.
Great
Okay.
idea.
Okay, so I believe
And-
that's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
So please describe to us how it looks and when you cast polymorph, Safira, please. If that's okay with you.
Honestly, I'm just imagining it. You know how when the pumpkin from Cinderella becomes the big pumpkin, like literally just
nice,
kind
okay.
of greenish glow around him and slowly shrinking
Like a
him to the
swirl, yeah.
size of a very
Amazing.
small turtle.
Oh, nice, a baby turtle! Yay! Tadpole. How is it called? No, how they call? Damn it! In English, I forgot.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Like a little
Tadpin?
terrapin.
Something like that. Yeah. Tadpling or something like that. It's called. I can't remember. Okay, cool. So make a wisdom saving throw, Bloodwick.
He's turning into Squirtle. That's what he's turning into.
Ooh.
14.
Yep. So, as you kind of felt that, you hear in your mind, no, damn, don't worry, my son, there will be more chances. Now go and enjoy your new existence. And you start to shrink into a tiny little tadpole until you become a little turtle. Oh no! Your voice kind of changes a little. Cute. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna walk towards them, pick him up, put him in my bag.
Oh, okay.
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this is a 5.
Yeah. So you take Tiny Bloodwick. He's gonna get bigger in the moment I touch him, though. But you see, just to get his size right. Okay.
I don't know how to get him.
Yeah. I'll just grab
Oh.
him. Yeah. Okay. It worked. Cool.
And I guess I'll just cast Healing Word at second. Do I have any? Yeah, second level on Lilith.
All right. Amazing.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Okay.
Not much.
Do you stay there or do you keep moving?
I have no more movement, so I stay there.
All right. Cool. Your Majesty the King, you can either you see it Bloodwick being reduced into a tiny tadpole, and you see one guard that is looking quite wounded there, so surrounded by 3 of your allies. What would you like to do?
I'll just cast a firebolt on him.
Okay,
See if I
awesome.
can.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, with a
21.
21, he will definitely hit. Oh, he's got no reaction, otherwise he will cast shield, but he does not have reaction. 19 points of fire damage. He kind of gets covered in fire. He screams in agony with the magical fire, but he's still standing.
I think.
With your movement, you could try to do an athletics check or acrobatics if you justify to me how you do it.
I mean, I'm just. It's like a tall. You can stand on top of the wall, right?
Yeah. It's like
I'm just going
let's
to miss
say.
a step.
Mhm.
Can I miss a step up there?
Sure.
How tall
Let's
is
say that the wall is 30 feet roughly.
Yeah. So I missed this step up there, and I just appear sitting on the top.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Do you want to keep going? Actually.
No, I want to wait until in case they
Okay.
get cut.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. So in theory, you are kind of on top of the wall, so you will
Yeah.
be out of the map. Stay there because you will be able to shoot or whatever. And yeah, and we move to Cabal.
All right, I'll just turn towards the inflamed soldier, and
Yeah, he's trying to put the wounds out, looking at Bloodwick, Tadpole, and you see him looking around. You know that he will leave on his turn next, but he's not his turn yet.
I'll try to
He's,
knock him
looks
out. I won't
desperate.
try to kill him. I'll use the flat edge of the blade to knock him out.
Okay, perfect.
That's nat 20, I think.
Whoa!
Wow.
Okay. So with an nat 20, just describe to us. He's got you will knock him out.
You're
now.
trying not to kill him, but you just squeeze his head like
Yeah,
with
I
the
literally
flat of the
just
blade.
swing my glaive so hard, whack on his helmet, just knocks
Yeah,
out
so
onto the
kind of
ground.
like you see him like he goes
I'm
flat.
sure
and
he's
with the
alive,
impact,
he's
you know, like
fine. I'm sure
his
he's still
head
alive.
resonates, boof, and you see all these guards running, kind of like round 2 now, running towards you.
Okay.
And
Well,
a
what
priest.
I'm gonna attempt to do, if you allow me, is I want to grab Lilith.
Yeah, let's say that because now technically you're out of combat, you will be able to use Lilith, grapple her with your action, even
All
though,
right.
or
Okay,
with
but-
one of your attacks. Actually, you still have more attacks. So yeah, you grapple her.
Bonus action, spread my wings, and then
Okay.
I'll start flying, heading over the wall.
All right. If you were just walking, I will have asked you to do a strength saving throw, but you are flying, so this is magical wings. Saphira, blood splashes all around you. Lilith as well, covered in blood. But yeah, you take up in the air. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, and with this action, as you take up with Lily, the rest of you start to follow. You all run, start jumping the walls, kind of like happens, and as you leave the town once more, Sway. This time you don't need to check. As you look towards your trouser, you realize you have a hand kind of clinging to you. It looks identical to Randall's hand from the past, but this time it doesn't look undead. It looks like a living hand. But you realize it's Randall's hand.
For
And
real.
he's grabbing to you. Kind of like he greets, like do it like a sign to say hello to you, like he used to do with his kind of fingers. And you notice he's got a tiny note on his hand as well, like written, like a small paper
What?
that is
What's this?
grabbing.
What happened? I'm gonna take quickly, like in disbelief.
Okay.
Take the note and what does it say?
Okay. Bloodwick, you're still a baby tadpole, so you just are taken away. You will be in that form for an hour. As you focus into the note and see what it says, you see written on it. It's kind of like the same handwriting of your old friend Randall, 100%. You are sure it's his handwriting. And you see written there, 1 second, wait for me, leave music, as the DM looks for the fucking note. Damn it, it's here. Okay. Yeah, here. Yep, here, just before this bit. Okay, yeah, here. Helping hand and I'm sorry. Yeah. Here it is. The hand holds a exit to meet me outside the town, near the forest by dusk, in the druidic stone circle near the Brennan Old Bridge. This circle has magic suppression. There we will be able to talk freely. I will explain you the situation. Yours faithfully, Randall Starsan.
Insight check.
That's quite handy.
Yeah. Make an insight check on the note, I guess, if you want. I will say you have to do it at disadvantage. The note is weird. Yeah, but any of you can do it if you want.
It's a 9.
With a 9, you think, well, you know the
know.
magic druid circles with anti-magic. That makes sense. Everyone seems to be a thrall here. you saw Bloodwick being controlled by a tadpole. So you think to yourself, is he potentially... Actually, Lilith, you are the only one. You think to yourself, maybe he is actually trying to break the tadpole control. Maybe he's not fully controlled. If he was a trap, why would he meet in an anti-magic field? That doesn't sound like it's a trap. If he was a trap, he will ask you to meet in a place where there is no anti-magic field. You know yourself from Barovia that he knows about these anti-magic fields inside these druid circles. So it sounds trustworthy.
Okay. I guess we don't have too much reason to doubt you whilst you're in this druidic circle.
Yeah, he kind of like nods, makes like symbols, you know, with the hand, you know, like he does, okay, that sounds cool. And he does the thumbs up. And if he does the thumbs up and you kind of like all of you mesmerized thinking, how come the hand of Randall is back here? He's a person now.
It actually,
Why is the hand?
Sorry. No.
Go on.
No.
Yeah, we'll just take a little break here. Don't go anywhere. So we will be back shortly as we continue with our story as the heroes escape the town of Daggerford, running into the forest with Bloodwick in tiny tadpole form now, and this hand clinging to you, Sway. Cool. So don't go anywhere. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll see you back shortly. All right. Welcome back, guys. Sorry for the wait. We took a little bit more longer than 10 minutes, but we are back now. So, yeah, hope you're enjoying the story as much as we are enjoying playing it, as the guys just left the village running with a little tadpole, turtle in tadpole. That's how they're called, actually. Well, it's not really a tadpole, no, it's something else. Anyway, I can't remember. But yeah, you are running through the forest and you found Randall's living hand now. That is kind of got a little note, a paper note, telling you to meet Randall on the Druid Circle nearby. Saphira, as you are from the area, so you, Cabal, Saphira, you will know all the Druid Circles around, and you know there is one a couple of hours away. And you, Cabal, will know, remember that going towards your the Laughing Hollow Way on the way to the Mount Faith. No, how is it called? Sorry, I can't. Mount Illifaith, Illifarm. That is where your sanctuary is. There is a druid circle. That is, you are also aware that is always these druid circles are an anti-magic field in between. And as you all run in there, I'll leave it to you guys. What would you like to do as you are running towards away from the town?
Saphira, take out the Bloodwick hatchling as we and let me try something on him. Perhaps this might remove the worm inside of him.
Okay. What are you
Should we do it
thinking?
here, or should we wait until we're farther from the town?
I mean, we've been traveling for a while now. He's going to return back into his
We're
normal
just outside
form.
the town. I can see it on the map. I can see
Yeah, I'll say that the time keeps going forward, you know. And,
Focus, Real. We've been running.
Yeah.
This. Oh my god, am I sleeping? Am I running on place?
Like daydreaming. Snap out of it.
Okay.
Focus. If this does not work, then we know that causing thunder damage of some sort can inflict more pain to this creature. Perhaps we might need to down him as quickly as we can. So whatever you all can prepare in terms of thunder damage, please do so. When you're ready, pass me Bloodwick.
I'll pass Bloodwick to Cabal.
I'll bring it close to my face as he tries snapping at me, and I'll say, This will most likely not work, but it is worth a try. If you are possessed, then we may remove it. If not, we may have to beat you up senselessly to get it out. Put him onto the ground.
Yes.
I will look at everyone to see if they're prepared. I will cut my hand with a little bit of blood and pour it over his shell. And then I will do the blood curse. Where are we? I'll use one of my blood curses to do blood curse of the exorcist.
Okay. As you use this, you will feel that somehow this is beyond that. Innately, as you start using it, you use your hemocraft, you know that this creature is possessing me, it's a physical creature. So I will say, for the benefits of this, if your intention is to try to get the tadpole out of him, this will aid it on the process. You're unsure how, but it will make it easier for it to happen afterwards, but you know that it won't fully work.
Alright. I've done what I need to do. Now we just wait for him to turn back and beat the shit out of him.
Okay. The rest of you, is it any of you interacting to that statement from Cabal? No.
No, nothing. I'm just gonna pass Cabal and everyone like couple of sticks that I pick up on the way. Yeah, let's do that then.
Is there no other option?
You can make a religion check, Lilith, if you want to kind of ascertain, maybe.
There is no option. We have to kill him.
Just take your stick, Lilith, and stop thinking.
Yeah, stop thinking about it. Don't do a check. What are you doing? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, maybe.
Yes, medicine. Sure, we have to kill him.
Tell me
It's the
what
only
you
way.
roll. It will be religion, rather.
No, he rolled medicine. He rolled medicine. It's
Roll
fine.
medicine.
Oh no. Okay, 1 second. I've got this.
Even
What
better.
you roll? Okay, tell me what you roll.
24.
How much?
24?
Wow. Okay. Okay. You know that one of your spells is called Protection from Evil and Good. This spell protects you from certain types of creatures called aberrations, celestials, elementals, fiend, or undead. The protection grants several benefits. One of those creatures of those types will have disadvantage against a target. Also, you know that the target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by any of these creatures. Also, you know that the target, if it's already possessed by one of those creatures, you will give the advantage for a further future to try to break the possession. But you also know that these creatures are quite, whatever is possessing Bloodwick, it must be quite powerful, and this will last only for 10 minutes, so it's very far fetch. You are unsure if that will fully work, but it's an option for you, called Protection from Evil and Good.
So obviously, the only solution is to kill him.
I mean, I don't have anything to deal with the creature itself in his head, but if he does go wild again, I might be able to stop him for a bit.
Alright. I think those that can inflict damage, non-lethal, do it. But we must try to focus on the creature inside. So I'll look towards Rill and I'll look towards Saphira, because I've seen them two do thunder damage before. No, we'll be relying on the two of you as best as possible.
Yeah, make sure you hit his head with a stick, yeah?
How is everyone doing for health?
I mean, we've been traveling for an hour.
Yeah, you are getting close to the hour now. You are, just to give you perspective, as you hear the music, this kind of like forest, the winds, the rustling of the trees, and you are pretty much on a forest now. You see a lot of chirping birds and little daytime creatures like squirrels and all sorts of little vermin and creatures around.
I could do with a little bit of healing if we have anything.
You will not be able to take a short rest. You are kind of walking a very fast pace, I will assume, so
No, I don't
almost
have
running.
if we have any kind of healing, I'm like a half, little bit more than half of my hit points.
Anyone else?
Claudio will say as well, Mistress, I can cast heal if you want in one of you.
Yeah. Would that help you, Sway?
Yeah, like anything help, you know. I'm like normally my max hit points is 211, and now I have 127.
How do you
okay?
put a number to how much blood loss you've had?
Yeah,
What's
I
up?
don't. You know, I can break the fourth wall, Sway, but that sounds like metagaming to me. He will kind of like, after he says that, he will kind of blow air with his trunk, like super loud, and you for a second go like almost deaf, and you see all these sparkles and little golden glitter kind of pours over you. And as this happens, you will get 70 hit points back as Claudio casts heal on you.
I don't know. I just did counter on my forearm, you know.
I will mark it on his character sheet, so he's cast heal for today. He can do it once per day only.
Okay, that's nice.
All right.
And I believe you feel that the transformation is imminent. So tell me, what is your intentions out of character, and then we'll make it happen. You know, because I don't think it's gonna be a nice. I don't want to have a fight. You will be able to beat him. So just tell me exactly what you want to do, and then we'll make it happen.
Well,
What we're gonna do is we're gonna beat the shit out of him, but we want the thunder damage to be the more prominent damage to him. So it's up to him now if he's gonna retaliate back, or if you force him to retaliate back, and how that's gonna play out.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that makes sense. Who can use damage? Who can use thunder damage? Real, right?
Yeah, I have booming blade only.
Okay, and then what about you, Saphira? Which spell could you use? Because you will have to mark it. Reels is a cantrip. Do you have any cantrips that do thunder damage?
I do not.
Okay.
I only have Thunder Wave for.
Okay. So let's say, how many hit points do you have, Bloodwick, at the moment?
How can you put a name on that?
I mean, this is out of game.
170.
170. 170. Okay. Okay, so 170. Let's say if you want it to work, it will be 2 rounds. So Saphira, if you wanted to use thunder, you will have to use 2 thunder wave spells, and the rest of you using your normal things. You do around roughly around nearly 100 points easily on a round. Actually, no, I think you do more than 100 points per round in total. So let's say that with 1 thunder wave from you, Saphira, and 1 booming blade from you, Real, you could leave it towards the end. That will probably be enough. Bloodwick will rage, so that will make it double. So make a fate roll, Julia, Saphira, and that will determine whether it's 1 or 2 thunder waves you will need.
I used the 7th level spell slot just to make it more fair.
Are you sure? If you use the 7 level spell slot, then you will only be 1. But are you sure you want to do that? Because you only need a little damage.
Is he going to be raging straight away? Are we rolling some initiatives or anything like that?
No, we're just going to do it like Theater of the Mind. It's going to kind of happen. We're not going to actually play it. I think it's going to be too painful, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
because you, like I said, you do 100 points of damage per round roughly, and Bloodwick will rage, because he will be commanded to do so. He doesn't want to be breaking the domination, so that will take probably 2 rounds, for that to happen, and then he will die. So if you use if you don't want to use the very high slot, Saphira, just roll a fair roll. You did. So yeah, you got a 14. So that will be 1 only. So you just can mark off 1 Thunder Wave, Saphira. And then, and you guys tell me how this goes, okay? Why don't we all do it as a RP exercise as a group? So I'll tell you what happens, and then each of you tell me which attack do you use and how it happens, and then in 1 round we'll be finished. So we go 1 by 1, starting with me describing the thing. So once it gets to an hour, you sense in your backpack, Saphira, you know that the time is getting near. It's around 2 o'clock 3 o'clock in the afternoon already now. Roughly, and the sun is really hot on the sky, and you feel the pulsation as you know the spell is gonna end. And then I'll leave it with you, Saphira, to start explaining how you guys do it together as a group.
Sorry, me?
Yeah. So Bloodwick is about to transform into his normal form. So you will be using 1 Thunder Wave. So between all of you as a group, you tell me how it happens, which spells or which attacks do you use versus Bloodwick. Bloodwick will have a turn too. Just do theater of the mind, imagining, like how you will do it, without rolling anything or anything. Because you will defeat it.
I guess Saphira would leave it towards the end, towards one of the final
Yeah,
bits.
that makes sense.
So she would cast
Bloodwick
Thunder
start.
So should we use the same order that we used before? Real, Lilith, Sway, Bloodwick, Cabal, and Saphira?
Let Bloodwick start, because he's going to come out of it. So we want to see his envision before we...
So let's do it like that. Let's put it on that order just to keep it in an order. So Bloodwick, Real, Lilith, Sway, Cabal, and Saphira. Are you guys happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then that will last. So 1 round is enough. So just describe. So Bloodwick, you start feeling the transformation is happening again, and you hear in your mind, "They are against you. Your family is us. You must come to us. Come and join us. We are in the Mount Holy now. Our collective welcomes you with open hands. These are your enemies. Kill them all. You must kill them all." And that's what you hear in your mind. You see Real turns invisible. Will start almost turning invisible almost straight away.
Yeah, so as soon as I transform back, I just do a sunbeam spell at whoever I see.
Ooh, okay. So in a line, boom, you see Bloodwick hammer kind of illuminates, and you all know what is about to happen. And this beam of radiant energy kind of burst, catching a few of you. Roll. Let's not roll. Actually, yeah, you do the roll damage. They don't need to. So roll damage for the sunbeam, if you don't mind, Bloodwick, and all of you roll a d20. Whoever succeeds on the fate roll will be out of the beam. Whoever fails will be in the beam, and you will take this damage. You need to make a saving throw.
I've lost the damage on it. Oh god.
Yeah, let me just do it for you. Don't worry. Let me just have a look. No, don't worry.
We're all dead.
No, did everyone fail?
Real succeeded.
Okay. All right, but then you will need
because
to...
he's invisible.
Yeah, whoever as well, you will need to do the save for it. So let me just get it, because maybe I might have actually taken it off. Yeah, it's a con save. Yeah, actually, this is fully my fault. This should be here, actually, but it's not. I took it away. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm sorry, Bloodwick. I will make a note to add it. Yeah.
I got sunbeam somewhere. Spells.
Yeah, that was very stupid of me. Why did I take it away from your character sheet?
28.
Oh, no, it's here. That's Crusher. Okay, 1 second. Let me, it's here. Yeah, so Yeah, look here, Sunbeam. Okay, yeah, you got the description on the spell in your weapon, Dash Crusher. If you go on your character sheet, you have there 6d8 radiant damage. But I think Martin rolled it. So yeah, Constitution saving throw, and you can roll 6d8 radiant damage. I think it will get all of you as except real. So make Constitution saving throws, guys, for half damage.
Was it 6 times D8 or was D6?
6d8. The DC it should be written here too, but it's not. Oh yeah, DC 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
30 points of damage, half 15.
Wow.
You saved. Okay.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
DC is 15. So you guys so far everyone saved. So it'll be half damage, 15. Safira can't save from. Oh no, your roll as well. Okay, yeah. So I think that's everyone.
As well? Work, I don't know.
Yeah, so you succeed as well. So each of you take 15 points of radiant damage as from his weapon, like boom, this beam of radiant energy kind of like
Stop it,
fucks
Bloodwick!
you all up.
And I'll start pushing forward into the beam, and then I'll just grab his shell and kind of go behind him, and I'll just do a German suplex to smash him onto the ground as the beam is still continuing to burst out, destroying whatever in its path, and I'll hold him down, and I'll say, "Strike him now!"
Yeah, so Real, you are next. As he's kind of holding place, what would you like to do?
I guess a booming blade and hit him with my dagger.
All right, okay. So as you hit him with your dagger, do you use the new dagger actually?
No, that doesn't do anything to him. So just the normal +1.
Yeah, that's a good deduction. You will think to yourself, as you are a very intelligent person, that is very likely that he's become resistant or at least so immune to psychic damage now for sure, as he's under the influence of the tadpoles, the same ones that were dominating. So yeah, you stabbed him for a couple of times, Bloodwick, like really quick. You don't have enough time to react, and you feel that if you move this more booming blade, and as you take this thunder damage, is so painful, like much more painful than any other time before, as you feel it and you keep hearing in your mind, you see, they're trying to kill you. How do they do that? They are not your real friends. And Lilith, you are next, if you're okay with that, Martin.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep. I will try and shoot Bloodwick with the rifle.
Ooh, okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll. Let's say that because he's holding place, even though it's a bit weird, you will have, yeah. Let's say, okay, you don't need advantage. With a 29, do you like to do Radiant or Necrotic?
It should be on Necrotic at the moment.
Yeah, okay. So please describe to us how it happens and all that, and then we'll move to the next one.
Okay. You just kind of see it in the scuffle. It's holding our armor, and the arm just starts to reform into a rifle and just charges up at the end and just fires a ball, which hits Bloodwick square in the chest.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and as he hits once more, Bloodwick, it feels so painful, but not painful because of anything. You don't think they are your friends. The voice in your mind is right. It's just painful because they are all rebelling against you as well, all at once. And any bonus action or anything else from you, Lilith?
Is my spiritual weapon still going?
It will be gone. You could recast it, but you know that this is not in a hurry. So if you don't want to use any spells, you don't have to. It's up to you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Then I will leave it as that.
Okay, perfect. Let's say that Claudio, instead of that, Claudio will help you. and he will kind of like look at Bloodwig and says, "You are evil now. You are not one of our friends." And he will blow his trumpet of sparkles. And if he does, the rest of you are out of it, so you will take another 28 points of radiant damage, Bloodwig, as this. Make a con save, actually, Constitution saving throw, to see as he uses the trample of sparkles on you.
28.
Okay, you succeed, so you will take only half damage, but you will still take 14 points of radiant damage as Claudius Claudius' trunk, these golden shine radiant motes come out and shower you and shower all of you, but the rest of you, because you are good creatures at the moment, you take no damage. But that will happen. And then after that, it will be Sway. If you are done, Lilith, what would you like to do to Bloodwig as you see that he's out of control?
All my friends ignored the stick that I collected along the way.
Oh no.
You know, I see this might not work, that's why they're doing it. So I activate the Sunblade and try to split Bloodwig's head in half to get rid of the worm.
Wow. Fucking hell.
I'm not trying to kill him, but okay.
I try to split his head. Otherwise, I don't know how we're gonna get it out.
Like a coconut, yeah?
Nice.
Is that non-lethal?
Yeah, so you do still non-lethal, I guess?
Non-lethal head splitting. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Say it again, Tom. You're talking so loud that it's not picking it up. Just say lower volume.
I mean, what do you mean not non-lethal? We need to get it out of him. We need to kill it.
Oh, wow.
That's what I have of, it's
35 to hit, yeah?
14 radiant and 34. He's not undead, right?
No, he's not. 52 points of damage. You will have a bonus action attack as well.
Only the 4 is for undead
48 points of
48 points of damage altogether.
Okay. Are you still up, Ludwig?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Confidently just says yeah.
Yeah, he's raging. So yeah. Cool. So do Sway. What else will you do?
I mean, I guess that's all I have.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. And then after that.
Sorry, did Will and Barovia hit me? For damage?
Oh yeah, how much damage did you do, Martin? I know we said we were not gonna do it, but it's fine. Let's do it now.
Gosh.
Whoa!
That's for 9 of those, and then let me just do 2 of these.
So 9 piercing. Actually, you didn't rage, did you? Or did you, Bloodwig?
He was raging.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he said. Yeah. So the damage.
15 and another 3.
So it's 15 and so it's half of whatever damage. So of both of them. So 15 plus 7, and then 17 plus.
Hold up, let Martin calculate it, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So it's 9, which is half to 4 of piercing, and then it's 26 plus 13, 39.
Okay, so that's 39. Including the extra, and then it's plus half more of whatever damage. So 39 plus half.
No, that 39 is already with the half.
Oh, it's already with the half. Okay, perfect.
39 is the thunder, already half with the, and then plus 4 piercing.
With the 1.5. Okay.
So wait, 39 points of damage, yeah?
39 plus 4, so 43.
43 already half. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, does he do that? Does he half that damage as well?
If he halves the thunder, I don't know because it gets extra, but then it doesn't
Yeah,
have it afterward.
it will be. I mean, it will be. It won't have that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm on
Yeah.
80.
Okay.
80 hit points. Oh god.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And now it's your turn, Cabal.
I mean, I'm not going to do too much damage to him, am I?
I mean, you
No.
normally do a lot of damage.
Yeah, but he's raging, so I need to
Yeah,
waddle
that's the
him
thing.
down to enough so that Saphira can finish him off with the Thunder Wave. Okay, dokie. We haven't taken a long rest yet, have we? When was the last time we took a long rest?
So you will. The last time you took a long rest was before you came. So this is all the same day. You know.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. In that case,
The last time you woke up around 10 o'clock, like a late morning, you know, so you started in Dagenford on the way, kind of slowly. So 9 o'clock, so yeah, you still have quite a lot of hours to go.
I'm not sure if I can really do anything to him that will really help, but I'll just whack him. There you go. I'm gonna do a couple of whackings to you, so you'll see Cabal.
You're on
Kinda-
mute, Tom.
Tom? Oh.
Yes, we need to write. We need to split his head. I'm telling.
Let me put myself, close my door.
Shouting.
I'll as you kind of slammed onto the ground, I'll pick you up, and I'll kind of push you a little bit off me. And as I do, I'll get my glaive, use the dull side to it, and I'll just smack you one side across the face. Hopefully it hits. Let's just see. That's a 21.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Eek. Doing 22 points of damage, half to 11. Second hit. That's 24. Doing 24 points of damage, half to 12. And then I will do a last attack with the bonus action for 25 to hit. This one's far less damage. For 15 points of damage, half to 7. So I only did about 35 points of damage.
Okay, so how wounded are you looking at this point, Bloodwick?
It's got
I
about
am on
58 points or something.
15 points left, yeah?
50, 50.
50.
5-0, okay. So let's just say, for the sake of the brevity, Skivers and JC will also get involved. Skivers will do a couple of half flames. You will see him going invisible first, so he will have advantage. And with these two, you feel, Saphira, that he's really close to his death now. And would you like to finish him off? Let's say that you lose almost all your hit points. You only have 5 hit points left now, Bloodwick. After JC punches you as well, you feel like this super punch from this construct that is with you. It turns much bigger, like to a medium size, and he punches you in your jaw as well as the skivers that throws 2 fire motes at you. So yeah. What would you like to do, Saphira? You know you need to kill him. He's got around 5 hit points or no. Real is telling you do a level 9 Thunder Wave.
You have to make sure. You have to make sure. What if you roll once? Come on.
Yeah, so he's got 5 hit points, so half. So yeah, if you roll all ones, he might survive. And then it's fucked up.
I'm gonna risk it and do it at 3rd level.
Alright, okay. So he's quite
Yeah,
conny.
So... Oh yeah. Oh no.
For the sake of this, actually
roll
no.
it.
Roll it. Let's do it. Let's
This
do it.
is
Let's
gonna
see
be
what
funny.
happens. Yeah.
Okay, but he needs to make a con save as well.
Okay, make
Yeah.
the con save. He's
Yeah,
gonna
so
pass
make a
it. I mean,
constitution save. Yeah, he should pass
Yeah.
it. I will think.
oh,
Oh god.
Whoa,
He's
damn!
ready.
You see, yeah, he's ready. Yeah.
All right. So whatever you
Did I
roll
say
is gonna be quartered.
ninth level?
I mean,
Oh,
think
God.
it's a long day, but it's very likely you're not gonna fight today. I don't imagine you
Okay.
going crazy today.
Oh
You know?
no, I don't think you did it. Wait.
I did.
Oh yeah, we missed Lilith. No,
Hey.
no, it's the same round still.
It's the
though.
same round. It's the same round.
Yeah, it's the same round. So Fira's last.
Wait,
Yeah, so
did you?
17.
What did Lilith? What did
Yeah, you
Lilith?
did. It's half. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had 5 E points left supposedly. So yeah,
Half
with
is 8,
17
which is-
half.
It's
Wait.
just enough.
Is
Yeah.
it though?
8. Yeah, because half
17.
is 8.
He saved
Half is 8.
8.
Half
And
is
he
8.
half that damage.
No, but it's
But it's
8 plus
under.
4.
Yeah,
8 plus 4
it's
is
1 and a
12,
half. Yeah. Yeah.
and
So
half
it's
plus 12
12.
is 6.
6. Yeah. So it will be just enough.
Just enough.
Bloodwick, as you kind of about to fall, you feel somehow for this instant with Lily's holy influence of Carsus, and as you hear Claudio as well starts to pray to Carsus somehow, and you feel that your relentless endurance does not work, and where you normally will expect to go back up, this time you don't. Instead, you drop down, and as you drop, you actually die, Bloodwick-ish. Out of game, you will actually have to kill him for this to work. Actually, this is not enough. So Lilith, do you have Revivify prepared for today?
I do.
Not.
So this-
Imagine that.
yeah. So on your death, slowly you feel it. So what is your last thoughts, Bloodwick, as life leaves your body after a while? As you,
Bastards.
Fucking pricks.
I hate you all.
Yeah, basically basically what they're saying is like, oh, you fucking idiots, and I'm leaving my family now.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
it, really.
And you keep hearing these words in your mind, like the new Carsus is with you, the ultimate one, the reincarnation of the god of knowledge. He's coming. Don't be afraid anymore. He will come to save you. Yeah, you cannot hear this. This is now all in Bloodwick's mic. I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah, slowly life leaves you, and as you die on your last minutes, you see that place, you know, like you paradise for you is like this land full of a beautiful party, you know, like beautiful hot turtle girls, you know, like everyone is like a sea party, you know, like a wedding in the sea, you know, like all these huge ships and boats, and you see this light kind of opening close by, and you on the material plane, you see that this tiny tadpole starts pulling out of Death's corpse of Bloodwick from his left eye, like it's a red, bright tadpole in color. And as he sees you all, you see he tries to quickly kind of writhe away, but it's not fast enough. And I imagine who would like to smash the tadpole?
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay. How will you do it?
Oh,
What
with,
will you use?
I'll use another booming blade and try to hit him with the dagger.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And as you hit this tadpole, it's got like a zero, almost nothing to AC, so don't worry too much. You will definitely hit. It's got AC 12, so roll to hit.
Oh no! Damn it!
Oh no, Lilith will use Blacksmith's face to smash it.
Yeah!
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You hit it with a 14, and this tiny creature.
Then it just blows up.
Yeah, it's got. It blows up with the thunder damage, because with the normal one it wouldn't actually work. It's got 10 hit points, but you said you were using booming blade, so
Yeah,
it's burst, and you see as well that the tadpole is taking more damage of thunder that is shoot as well. It's like also intolerant.
16, yeah.
Yeah, so it bursts and splashes as on the last second Lilith take the face of Bloodwick and smash the
Oh,
rest
leave
of
him!
the
He's
tadpole.
dead. Now he's our friend again. He's not evil
Yeah.
anymore. Well,
And
kind of.
Lily, describe to us the ritual you do to bring your friend back again. If that's okay with you,
I'll
Neil.
cast mending
After,
on his head.
yeah, after half of his head
And now
is
Lily,
smashed,
oh
you know,
no,
like,
I didn't prepare. Sorry, I was wrong. I didn't prepare the Revivify.
oh no.
I mean, she just does the standard Revivify ritual. She's holding the diamonds in one hand, and as she casts a prayer, she finishes it by touching Bloodwick on the face, and you just see the light bathe over him, and he looks more alive at that point.
Yeah, okay. And then in that party that you're having, Bloodwick, on the
Oh,
Mount
no.
Celestial somewhere, it's like everything's going so well. You have this hot turtle. Oh, baby, yeah, we're going to have so much fun tonight. And then you see like a light opening and Lily's face kind of breaking your
The
dream.
hand of curses.
Yeah, the hand of curses that grab you. And you're like, no! And then you are returned back to the material world and you are brought back to life. And that happens. And you see this tadpole kind of squash. You feel it in your face. It's been cleaned away with Riddle's prestidigitation. But for a second, you think, oh, it's a piece of something on my face. And you see,
Scott.
yeah, squash tadpole there. And I'll leave it to you guys.
Hey, I look at his eyes. Is it you now?
How are you feeling?
Are you going to kill us?
Why would I kill you?
That doesn't sound like. I think he's still possessed. That doesn't sound like Bloodwood Turtle.
Get rid of the worm.
We cannot hit your Cisco.
Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to say. From the moment your tadpole goes into your eye, you don't remember anything that has happened since, actually, Bloodwick.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's good for us.
How we get rid of the worm? Is it like when people do the nasty that you block your one nose and sniff the other one out and the worm comes out? Or not?
Well, you don't remember anything that happened.
No, what happened to me? Why am
I point at my
bloody?
You...
Why am I covered in blood and feel dead? And
you attacked me. Look at me. Look at my robes. I have a gash. This is you.
I didn't do that. I would never do that.
To put it simple, Bloodwick, something penetrated you. We pulled it out. You're back alive.
So I died.
We won't say where it penetrated you, but you're here now. Good to have you back.
Well, I'm glad to be back.
Perhaps it might be a good place to take a little short rest before we move onwards.
I mean, we're near the circle. If we do it in the circle, we'll be safe.
Yeah, you've been traveling for quite a while now. You see far away on the distance the circle, so you could push another 20 minutes and you will be there.
All right. Come on, I'll give you a hand.
I give my hand back.
Okay, and as you all continue walking far in the distance once more, you pass this bridge of this river that is the old bridge of the Brennan Old Bridge that is kind of like passing by the river Demlin, Delimbrir River. So then you pass this tiny bridge, and then in there you find once more a very similar looking druidic circle. It's got around 9 huge monoliths, like rocks. And in the middle, you see each of the monolith has different druidic runes and different things like that. And you feel a very strong magic coming from them. In the middle, you see these black drawings as well similar to the ones you saw in Barovia. And now at this point it's around 5:30 in the evening, so you could take a rest, and by then it will be around dusk time, close to dusk. So you can all take a short rest. Safira, how do you feel going back to this druidic circle once more? They are very strong, powerful druid magic, ancient magic, and it always overwhelms you a little. Anything you do, Safira, special once you get to this druid magic circle? Okay. I guess she does not, or she's on mute. Okay. All right. Is anything anyone would like to do apart from rolling hit dice while you wait for Randall to come?
As we walk, I check. I just want to kind of, not obviously, but I just keep looking at the hand on my shoulder, and that it look like it was fresh cut off, or it's like it was Randall before. It's more like a.
It feels, make a medicine check, actually. But you can see it's kind of fully sealed. But just make a medicine check that will tell you. Okay, with a 15, you will feel that this is not an undead hand, like I described it. It's warm. It feels like a living hand. And you are unsure. You've never seen anything like this before. You gather it's perhaps some kind of ability that Randall has now that is able to separate his hand from himself. It feels like the hand is a familiar. You feel a strong connection with him and the hand as well. So all of you can roll hit die if you want to. Just make sure you roll hit die, because you might get a fight or something like that again.
So I can feel like inside, like that kind of, like a strange feeling, like of kind of that I know it is, and kind of the excitement to meet him again. The end that we're gonna meet, kind of.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you will be feeling that. He had a tattoo as well on the back of his wrist. That is the symbol of the Centarim. It's kind of like a snake with wings, kind of wrapped in a dagger, and you recognize that as well, being the same tattoo. You were gonna say something, Bloodwick? Go ahead.
Is this a long rest or a short rest?
Short rest. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do I come back with 1 HP or 4 health?
You will come back with 1 HP.
I only have 1 HP then. I got no more hit dice.
Oh, okay. So
we already did 2 short rests this day.
Yeah, so let's say Claudio will help you a little bit as well. I'm not sure if Lilith will help you more, but let me see how many times Claudio can help you. So he can do, he's used heal already, but he can do 2 cure wounds. He hasn't used any yet. So so that's 4.5, so 9 plus so 23. You get 23 hit points from Claudio. I'll mark that he's used his 2 cure wounds of today, so that's something. And Lilith, would you like to help him too, or anyone else?
I feel really guilty, so I will do one of these.
I give him a ration.
I'll give him 24
Okay.
healing.
You could maybe, do you have any healing? Sway, you have healing arrows that you never use. Maybe you could use them before the end of the campaign. This could be a good time to use them, actually.
Okay, it's true. I take one of the arrows. I had 5. I used like 1 on myself before, like the 2 sessions ago. And I take 1 and stab him in the neck with it.
Oh, okay. So they heal 2d4 plus 3, I believe, right?
When I stand in front of him, I'm gonna put the right hand on his shoulder, kind of. I'm sorry, I really had to. So we can just sort it out. Just split your heart, and then I just take him and stab him in the neck with the arrow. It hurts a little bit, but then it kind of, the arrow kind of becomes translucent slowly and dissipates, and you absorb the healing out of it. So it's like I think it's just like a regular healing.
Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 3, I think, these ones.
The 2d4. So 7 points.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So more and more, a little more. Lilith, any healing from you for Bloodwick?
I would do third level heal.
Ooh, okay. So that will be. So the standard is level 6. So
70.
8, 6, 7, 8. So that will be 90 hit points, no? No,
Yeah.
80 hit points. Yeah.
Yeah, 80.
Okay. At 8th level, yeah.
Yep.
I think
Okay.
it's 90.
Yeah.
That might be 90.
Oh, 90, yeah.
It starts with 70 at 6.
7, 9.
Oh, yeah,
100.
it's true, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
9.
true. Start with 70, yeah, 90, yeah, okay. Amazing. All right, so with all that healing, you feel a little bit better and you rest for a while.
How much was Lilith? Okay, fine.
90.
19.
90.
90.
90. Oh, thank you.
So you got 90 plus 24 plus 7 plus what did Claudio give?
Claudio did.
April.
Yeah.
I'm back to 145 now.
Oh, nice.
Should be more than enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you are there in this circle, is getting close to dawn. Is it anything, any close to dusk? Sorry. Is it any conversations you'd like to have, or should I keep going forward?
No.
You can keep going forward, yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you are there on this circle, on the distance, you see a figure coming, Sway. You recognize him. This is your friend Randall. He is walking quite slow in your direction. He seems to be hiding around as well, like to be less easily recognized. He's missing his right hand as well. You notice that straight away. And as he gets quite close, the hand that you have around you kind of like jumps out of your lap and starts rushing towards him. And you see the hand jumps and climbs his clothes and reattaches to him. And then with the full hand, he approaches you. He looks like this. This is how he looks like, actually. I'll make him look big.
As we spotted him, I kind of pick up the pace, so I'm kind of the first one to meet him, obviously.
Yeah, okay. He's like, oh, Sway, come, we cannot talk here. Rush. And he kind of like grabs you, going like doing a silence, and he enters the anti-magic circle with you. Once you are in the anti-magic circle, he says, oh, I'm sorry to all of you for this. I couldn't see you. I know you were here in Daggerford, but a lot has happened since you left. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you before. How are you? Are you all okay?
You handsome lad. Good to see you. I freaked out when I saw your hand and recognized it. I freaked out. Like, I was like, oh no, don't tell me he's gone again. But you're okay. I'm gonna shake his left hand though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you shake his left hand.
It's good to put a face to the hand.
Oh yes, I forgot you haven't seen me in my real form. I guess I recognize you all, believe it or not. Even being a claw, I could see somehow. But this is something I've learned after I was brought back by the abbot. Something went wrong, and since then, I didn't realize until I was here, months passed, but I'm able to use my hand as my living familiar somehow. And it's weird thing, but it's very helpful, very handy, and he will kind of laugh as he says that. I'm sorry I couldn't speak to you before, but as you gathered, I am a thrall I am on the domination of the ultimate one. And I am unable to fully control my actions and myself normally. So it's been a very hard few months for me. Years even now. I'm sorry that I couldn't help you in Daggerford.
That's all right. Why don't you come and sit down? Could you hand me that piece of wood over there, please?
He will look at you, Sway, and kind of like, are you making Hans jokes? He would say to you.
What? I'm always serious.
Sure.
Yeah, he's always serious.
Yeah, he taps you in the back. You all recognize it except you, Saphira. I don't think Saphira, you met him, this person. Neither Bloodwick, I think you joined just when Randall left the hand, actually, on the lake. That was when you started to join the game, I think.
It was like I disappeared for a while, no?
Yeah, but you, Julia, I don't think you met Randall. I think that was Amara, right?
Only Amara met him eventually, no? Like she left kind of the same time than him. Or they went actually, but no one from the group actually met him as a real Randall altogether. They just saw him as the skeleton that I picked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, Julia, were you there when he was there as the hunt?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
No, I think Saphira came
Saphira.
after. Yeah, Saphira came after because you came when they were already in Dimin Liu. So yeah, you wouldn't have met this man. So, but let's say that you've heard stories of the party telling you how they had found this living hand inside actually your house. You found him in Durst Manor, I think, or one of the houses in Barovia, and he kind of joined you, and he turned out to be quite a good helper. And he got trapped in Barovia the same way that you did, until eventually he was resurrected by Sway, and then once he was resurrected, his whole body returned. Just to cut it short here, he will explain you that he's been under domination of the Elder Brain, the same that the whole village of Daggerford. Things have gone really bad there since a few years ago. Things started to get really bad when the Elder Brain Dragon had a message coming from the stars, and some creature contacted him saying that the colony had been chosen to help to bring the new Karsus, that is the reincarnation of the God of Knowledge, into the world. They call him the Ultimate, and he's a god of the Illithid called the Illithid, and they all believe that this new Karsus is the Illithid, and they are waiting for him to be reawakened and reborn. And once he's reborn, he will be coming to the world of Toriel to dominate and control and take over all the deities and rule the world, pretty much. When the Elder Dragon was contacted from space by this creature, he also brought this person came from the skies and brought this on a spaceship. There was a small spaceship that came with them, and he brought this weird glass pyramid that amplifies the psionic power of this creature. Then an ancient dragon, also that was very wounded, came and merged with the Elder Brain. And when that happened, the link became much more strong to it. And he somehow was transformed into a thrall, but because he's training as a rogue and his years of training with the Zentarim, his mind is really strong. So he still has a minimal control of himself, enough to once for a few minutes or hours a day to actually break the link, but he is fully controlled by the Elder Brain as well, normally. But now, while they are inside the anti-magic field, he's okay.
You keep saying the Elder Brain. Where is this Elder Brain?
Well, the Elder Brain lives underneath Mount Newmore. Is this holy spring, the holy spring of the new Karsus, where the chosen ones, some of the strongest people are chosen to become members of the collective. Some others are killed as well. Some others are made into slaves. Lots of them have turned into illithats and are become part of the collective now.
The Elder Brain is attached to this dragon, or is the dragon part of this collective?
Yes, the Elder Brain and the dragon is one creature now.
But
they
it
merged.
What about the rest of the sanctuary?
Collective?
No, the other blood hunters. They must have dealt with it already.
Oh, I don't know which blood hunters do you refer to?
The ones that live in the sanctuary up the mountain. The mountain you just
Oh,
mentioned.
you mean that place? But it's not that close. It's not that far neither. I don't actually know what's happened there. I haven't been there myself. You mean the Crimson Snow? I will have to be linked to the collective to see if I can find them, but I don't recall whether they are part of the collective now or not. But most of the people in Daggerford now, they are under the thralls. Each of us have a tadpole inserted on us, and that way he controlled us. The same way your friend Amara, that tiefling girl, she is one of the priestess now as well. I remember her. When I saw her, I was quite surprised. I don't really understand why she's there, but I believe that she's also under control, or maybe she's a clone, I'm not really sure. But there has been a lot of people joining the collective, so I don't know. I could help you, perhaps. I could help you infiltrate the colony. Perhaps that could be the solution, but it would be very risky for me.
Well, perhaps we could help you. We have a way to remove this parasite.
Yes.
We've already done it once, but I have to ask you.
What do you mean?
It will be a painful experience, but we may potentially be able to help you if we have enough resources. Lilith, do we have enough for another spell or diamonds?
Just about.
To be honest with you, if you kill this dragon and break the connection with that glass pyramid, everyone will be safe. You just have to sever the connection, because that amplifies his power. That's how he controls all of us. As you see, we are miles away from this place, but his power has been amplified by that pyramid, glass pyramid. Perhaps if you manage to somehow take that pyramid away or break the connection that the dragon has to it, perhaps you'll have to kill the dragon too. But
right.
I don't know.
It must be.
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder and, like, with a kind of compassion, say, "Oh, my dear friend, I'm so sorry to hear all this. We thought we will come here and you would be the master of the land and everything would be different. I'm really sorry." And I kind of...
I thank you, Sway. I appreciate it. It's just been a very difficult time for me. I keep fighting against this creature every day. His name is Cephalox Axomedros Therzul. That's his full name. I know it sounds like something from a fairy tale, but that's his full name.
And as I said these, and he's talking, I'm just gonna look at Cabal and kind of waiting for he wanted to say something.
All right. It seems like we must head towards this up the mountain to find this creature. You said under the mountain, or is it on top of the mountain?
Yes, there is two mountains. The new mountain rised as I don't understand why, but when the new mountain rised, the weather changed. There was never a storm or never rained again. there was never lightning or thunders or things like that anymore. So the weather has been sunny since. Perhaps it's got some relation with something, but around those two mountains, the one where the crimson snow was, and the other one, underneath the spring, there is a way to enter the colony, and underneath the spring, there is the colony, and the spaceship is kept there as well. And the mount just miraculously grow over it, over the old spaceship where this creature came.
Fair enough. Well, that is
They
useful
call him the
information.
missioner, the chosen one, and he came from the skies with a message of hope, and that's how the miracles started and everything started.
Could you just not wait in here? This place?
The problem is that in the moment they notice I'll have to come back, but I am strong of mind. I will force myself. They won't be able to see anything or of anything of my mind. But if I don't return, they will get suspicious. They probably know at this point that they don't really know your intentions. I know that. They know somehow that they had a message that you were coming. They know you are coming. They think that you are spreading heresies, and they know that you are trying to return the cult of this old god who is being forgotten now, the old Karsus, and they know that. Lilith, they know that you are here, and they feel your influence on the land, and you are the biggest threat to them. The same with you, Riel, as well. We know you have the crown of Asalin Rex. We are aware of that. He awaits for you. That's the whole part of the plan, but I don't really understand what that means. Does that make sense to you?
Well, I guess he has one of the crowns. He wants to get all three. Together, I don't know.
Are you planning of going into space at some point? To the base? That's where the chosen one is gonna be resurrected, returned. The reincarnation of the new Karsus, somewhere up in the space.
We need to deal with that star. I don't know if we'll have to do that.
I think that's the connection. I believe the star is funneling souls from people. I don't really understand what it means, but we all have the same telepathy, and I feel things. And somehow I know that Cephalosk fears the star, and he knows that the true master, the prophet, is up in the sky on the obsidian cathedral, and that's where the chosen avatar of the Ilith scene is coming to. Somehow he's gonna reincarnate and be reborn there, and once that happens, his avatar will return to dominate the world. I know that. So I don't really know if that makes sense to you, but the star is connected to all this, and the pyramid as well, the glass pyramid.
It's all right. Don't worry. We've dealt with this before, and we can deal with it once again. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry I cannot help you any further. But,
when I was in town, I met this undead, kind of ghostly Illithid. He was like a dolphin.
Oh, the mage. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes, he
has some kind of lift.
Yes, he's the ruler of, the guardian of the sky lift. His poor thing is not fully aware of what's happened to him, but he was converted and his memory wiped, so he thinks that he was always an Alhun, but he used to be a elf before, and you see, these creatures do this a lot. Some of the people that were members of the old collective, they were these little creatures. They are like gnomes, but they have tentacles as well. And there was quite a lot of them. That's what the old collective, before the new Karsus came, and the old colony was, most of them were destroyed. Some of them have been transformed into other creatures of other races, and their minds erased, and they lost the connection. Yes. Yes.
Do you think that we can use the lift safely, or
I
do we
mean,
need to find
it's very
another way?
dangerous because the lift is in Daggerford. I think now that you are halfway through, it will be better for you. Do you have a way to make yourselves look different? Or I believe your best bet is to go to the sanctuary. I believe there is a few of the rebels still hide there. Okay, and the rebels, the few of them are there hiding. They were part of the old collective before. That's all I know. I don't know if they kill the people that used to live in the Crimsons, no, but I think they are good creatures now.
All right. Well,
They
whatever the
are
case is,
little
I am familiar
gnomes
with
now.
I'm familiar with the place. We can find passage inside, and then from there work our way towards this secondary mountain that has emerged. But yes.
If you look for Kay in the sanctuary, he will help you. Just tell him that you're coming from Randall, Starson. I believe they are hiding there. It's the last remnants of the old colony. There is a few gnomes. There's like 5 of them, I think, or 6.
We'll have a look. Thank you, Randall. And I'm
right.
I'm
I'm
glad.
sorry for
I'm
this.
glad that we don't have to make your face bloody and beat you up and make this fine clothes that don't look secondhand at all.
He smiles. He kind of detaches his hand and he says, well, if you want to take my hand, I can do that for you.
I'll just look towards Sway.
Oh no, come on, just be yourself. Be whole for a change. You deserve it.
All right. Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of hug around the neck, you know?
Yeah, he kind of hugs you back. Thank you, Sway. Thanks for coming back. I was heartbroken. I couldn't react. I couldn't do anything. I know the high priest, you had a confrontation in the town and everything, but just to think about you, I had to pretend that I didn't even know you at first, but they figured it out. So eventually I had to tell them quite a bit too much about you. So they know quite a bit about you already. I could not do that without them becoming suspicious of me. So they know what you are here for. They probably expecting you, but if you look for Kay and infiltrate the colony, that's the best way you have. Kay knows everything, and his friends, they it's a bit complicated, but they are followers of a different entity that the colony used to believe on before the new Carsos came. So they have the same similar aims than you, but they could be a bit full-handed. They used to be some kind of illicit-like creatures before they were transformed and race swapped into these gnomes, but they will help you. You can trust them. I don't know. After that, if you want to kill them, I don't know. But they never hurt people outside the colony before, they assured me. I met only Kay once in here. So I don't know. I leave it to you to judge.
Wouldn't you, by chance, have a handout of the area around here?
He kind of smiles, mocking
gonna
into
look at
you.
was like holding
Yep.
you know.
Kay has them. He knows the colony. He used to live there, so he's the best bet you have. Him and the rebels will be able to help you. So, like I said, look for them on the sanctuary where they're hiding, and perhaps they have more answers for you, Cabal, to see what happened to the other members of the Crimsons. No, they will know.
All right. We should get going then. Better to move in the dark, so we are not seen.
just I would recommend you rest and gain your strength here. You all look beaten up. These creatures are very powerful. The colony is full of guards and different illicit allies, creatures and illithats and mages and giants who are now some illicit creatures like they have like mind witnesses. They have intellect devourers. There is all kinds of foes, so be ready. You will have to fight a lot, but I believe on you, outsiders. I know you where everyone else failed. I know you will succeed. I've been part of your group, and I have hope on you. I believe in you, and I know you will be victorious. I hope this is the only chance for Daggerford to be free. So you see, like he gets a bit emotional after saying that. And yeah, and I think if everyone else is happy with this, anyone has no questions for Randall, he will proceed to leave unless anyone wants to ask him something else before he gets notice that he's been gone for too long.
Well, where will you be going? Where do we find you once?
We'll be in Daggerford. I am me and the Duke Daggerford. We actually rule the Obsidian Force. So don't be surprised. Perhaps if I see you again, I might need to fight you. I don't know. It depends. That could be an option. If I'm under the control, I cannot control myself. As I said, sometimes I lose it. Sometimes I'm able to withstand the domination. But I will be in Daggerford. If you break the connection with the pyramid, the glass pyramid, and destroy the Elder Brain Dragon, then we will all be free. All the thralls will be free.
If you feel, if you are you have a moment of control, and you know that things are going really bad to where you are, perhaps send a message like you did before.
All right. Yes, I will do that. But once again, unless I contact you through my hand, don't trust me. I cannot be trusted. My link could be activated at any time, and then you will have to understand, perhaps, like you said, Cabal, maybe you will have to kill me. I will accept it. I understand. I'm willing to sacrifice myself for everyone's freedom. I'm willing to take that risk. But now I have to go. So Godspeed and good luck, my friends, and I hope to see you soon again.
Bye.
All right, and he just kind of like runs, going from 3 to 3, kind of roguishly around, super fast speed. And as he goes, you see that the dusk is taking over. The sky changes from blues to darker purples to pink, until at the end is completely nighttime. And with that, as the night takes over the forest and you start hearing all the sounds of the night creatures, and you are on this druid circle, we will end tonight's session. So thank you very much, guys. Sorry for pushing a bit too much, but it's good to finish this story. And now, if you are happy with that, players, we will start on a new day. You can all take a long rest after this, and we will start in the morning of the next day as you plan your infiltration to the colony, if that's okay with everyone.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So thank you all for playing. Thanks for you guys who are watching at home. Thank you to Darren Curtis and James Webster for the music, to Tabletop Audio and all of you. And thank you very much. We'll see you next week on Tuesday or Wednesday, or here next Sunday to see. Oh, and good news, you all level up to level 19. Yay! Yay!
Wow.
Oh god.
So yeah, be ready, because if you are leveling up, that means you're gonna fight a lot. So it's gonna be a lot of combat heavy these last few sessions coming. So yeah, thank you very much for being there, and stay magical. See you all. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.